breasts,
your shoulders,
This is your life now.
breasts,
try to relax your anus, your shoulders,
There's Pete in my basement.
Your shoulders.
I fell down a fucking hole.
Hello, everyone, and good evening. My name is Rich of ReviewTechUSA. I have big tits and a small cock. How is everyone today? I hope everyone is well. I am doing fan-fucking-tastic. It's been a interesting, busy day. Deadeye popping the super chat cherry. I appreciate all the support, monetization. I'll follow you when it's turned back off again. No, I am not going to crap on my desk for 10 grand. I'm not going to ruin my reputation to get booted off of YouTube for 10,000 fucking dollars. You see me now? Hello. Good now. Yeah, that's what happens. I have to literally, and I can't just end the stream, I learned. I have to like close OBS and reopen it. It's very weird. Very weird. For $1 million, yes, I would crap on the desk. That's life-changing money. Josh Wellen, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate that. Also, another way you could support the show is I have a Cameo. I'm considered one of the higher-rated people on there, so they have like some kind of special coming up on the 12th where I'm doing like a fire sale. They chose me. So if you want to support the show and you also want me to say some, I'll say pretty much mostly anything. There's a couple I had to deny. You could support me through Cameo too. The link is in the description. Do you have any advice for those with penises? Consensually stick them in holes. I'm going to have Wings on the show. I talked to him yesterday. It's probably Wings. If you are watching by any chance, it's going to be next week. I am on... I got a couple projects I'm working on. This is the kind of stuff I'm going to be doing on the main channel. Heard me. This is the kind of stuff I'm going to be doing on the main channel. I have to remember I have a dynamic mic. I have a Shure SM7B, not a fucking boom mic. Fake PlayStations. You know these are going to be shit, but that's what's going to make them fun. Please say these have HDMI. Please. I have an analog capture card. I just don't feel like dealing with it. Whatever. Part of the job. Well, it says 4K Ultra HD on there. No, I can have Wings on here. I can't have Wings on Twitch. I'll check with my network, but that's what I read into. And I got another one. This is another fake PlayStation. With 2 SNES controllers. Oh, God, I can't wait. I can't wait. That's the kind of stuff you're going to see on my main channel. That's the kind of stuff you're going to see on my main channel. And the thing is, because of the streams, I could take the time I need to with them. Yeah, but you ain't gonna love those ones. Those ones I guarantee you are gonna be the shit knockoff ones. DSP's load. DSP's load is in the chat. No, Pacific. Between having my kids, like my kids were here a couple days ago too, I haven't had time to do shit. But I'm going to try it though. Trains, Railroad Simulator, because I'll probably like something like that. Sounds like it would be SimCity. No, I'm not gonna. But the days of, like, daily shit is over. Absolutely over. It's done. No more. It's the writing is on the wall with that. Chantel, how the hell are you? Google Fish, Ram Trains in My Ass Simulator. We're developing that tomorrow, Google Fish. Can you review my nipples? Maybe. Look up Jordan Peterson, Crash Bandicoot 3. Oh God, why? We have a lot to go. We got Lady Decade's video with some other stuff behind it. The Intellivision video from Pat the NES Punk, which I should put all of these links in the description. Actually, hold on one second, because I like giving credit where credit is due. Where the hell is it? Come on now. The fuck? Here we go. Copy those. Paste them in here. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, what was the piece of shit quartering doing? I have no idea how anyone supports that guy. I just don't understand. He's just a really bad fucking person. But it is what it is. You know, I've said my piece on him. He got back to me too, and he was like, yeah. I was like, all right, dude, I said from, which even before he said it, oh, you want me to give my super chats to a charity? I don't give a shit. Fine, I'll set him up to a charity. That's cool. But he's like, no, now I want your gold play button. I'm like, sure, yes, spread your cheeks and I will shove it horizontally up your ass. That'll be the concession. You want my gold play button, sure. But we're going to meet somewhere and you're going to let me shove it up your fucking ass. Oh, that won't work for you? Since you're moving, that's where I'm moving the goalpost. Oh, that won't work for you, Jeremy? Then go fuck yourself. Fucking piece of shit. Oh, I knew she was Canadian. She told me before. They took bits of his rant about Twitter and had him in the game as Neo. Dude, they had him Spider Sammy. They had him in Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and it worked perfect. I forgot. I have to find it again. Speaking of PS5s, you got your hands on a real one. Congratulations. You know what I'm actually excited about, Jake? Spider-Man's going to be Steam Deck verified. Token. That's an interesting one. Do you realize that someone mentioned that we're talking about Keffals and Jeremy, right? And which in turn brought up that conversation. I know you don't like me talking about your dear leader, but your dear leader could eat a fucking dick. So. No, dude, let him come have an actual discussion with me, please. I'll do the super chats. You want to do that to charity? Absolutely. He's also, what did he put out there that Keffals had child porn to? He's garbage. That's what someone brought him up regarding Keffals. That's what brought him up. Hold on. Wait, which PW? You don't like this applause? What about this one? No, wait a second. I forgot. I'm sorry. Was it this applause that you don't like?
Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus.
Yeah, dude, you don't put out fake stuff that someone has, like child porn. I got to look into it more before I say exactly what happened. That's alleged, but I got someone who sent screenshots, but I always second guess screenshots. Okay. What's up, Spike Money? How the hell are you? What's going on with Miko? We're about to find out. Did you see Crowder's reaction to? Of course, dude. And it's just, so they're all typical. The court, dude. I would love if he came on the stream in 20 minutes. Like an actual, not like where it's a discussion can be had normally. It would be fun. What just happened? Oh. Anyway, so let's start off with the funny stuff because everything else is going to be kind of heavier. I don't understand. Like, I wanted Bush to be held accountable for his war crimes. I would love if they looked into more into what Clinton did with Jeffrey Epstein and see if he needs to be held legally accountable. Like, I think it was David Jaffe, which I'm actually going to be on his show tomorrow. Like, all right, I would have voted for Bernie Sanders, but if I found out Bernie Sanders did what Trump did, I would be like, fuck that guy. Fuck that piece of shit. Like, I wouldn't just be like, that is my dear leader. I support them no matter what they... Like, it's so weird. You don't see the difference? Like, if Bernie did any of the shit that did that, like, that Trump or anyone did, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. Nail his ass to the wall. I don't care it was someone I was going to vote for. I'm eating corn chips and drinking warm seltzer. I am a man, but you're a man with an ass like this. Can I get an applause with chickens, more applause, Phil Giggle, and a menagerie of dealers? Yes, okay, so you want... So that applause you were talking about...
Breasts. Cucumbers. Cucumbers.
Anyway, all right, at least now I will ease up on the applause and stop being a dick. I saw that video, Classy, that I think it was you that sent me. He already deleted that shit. I saw a part of it. Pacific, I don't know how am I already missing supers. Rich, I need urgent help. I keep snorting like DSP. Dude, don't make fun of his post-nasal drip. He actually said that one time. He's like, I have a medical condition. It's post-nasal drip. And you know what? All he needs to... I think it was Steel Toe Morning Show that said this. Dude, just get a mute button for your mic. So when you're going to snort, all you got to do is go, I'm going to shut my lights off to prove my point. Fuck you. Oh, look, I have to snort. Snort done. Like... How did I miss your fucking soup? By the way, apparently the Joy-Con I gotta get... It wasn't broken, the battery was just dead. I feel so stupid. But why was the battery dead? If one of your Joy-Cons, both batteries should be charged. Unless... Well, dude, shit happens, man. It's like that one time when I was building the 5960X rig. On the closed loop I had, I forgot to take off the little piece of plastic where you put the thermal paste. So I put the thermal paste over the plastic and it kept on throttling and I had no idea why. Like, derp shit happens, dude. It's no big deal. All right, we're way over 500 people. That is the threshold. Let's begin with some Amico family fun. I had sushi for dinner.
It's a lot of nonsense.
Ah! That's a man. Jesus, let's start from the beginning.
Well, Ian, birthday boy.
Yeah. Got a little gift.
We got a gift this week.
Got a little gift.
This gift is from the Intellivision_Amico Reddit.
Yep.
From user Tommy. What's the user called on this?
I just don't understand tech, man. People are fucking disgusting. Hey, look, she's cancel heavy, and I talked to her about that before. I'm sorry, I'm not saying anything. I'm not like talking shit. I was like, pick and choose your battles, because if you pick every battle, it actually dilutes your cause. You know what I mean? But that what is with that shit, dude? And they took her stuff. Like, she... Imagine someone putting out fake emails pretending they're you to get the cops to come to your house. The person did something illegal, not you, and you're being punished because someone else is doing illegal shit to you. Holy fuck. We getting another stream with Boogie and Camelot? Yes. Maybe featuring DSP coming a mile nearby. Happy 3 months. Relax your anus.
Try to relax your anus.
He ain't coming anywhere near here, dude. Are you kidding me? The Joy-Con only worked when it was attached to this, but because the battery was dead, it couldn't work well because it had to charge. How long did you have it for, and how long did you have it connected? That's just strange it was dead like that. Well, yeah. Well, hey, man, good for her that she got 70K. Because what did she have? She's going to have to move and shit, right? It ain't cheap even if you're renting. Hey, Rich is wondering how big your OLED is and how far away do you sit. Well, I have a my room is ridiculous. I probably should do another video. Like, those are the kind of, you're going to see videos on the fake PS5s, weird videos, how I have the Hisense UHG on one wall. Hi, New York Times, Mom. I'm just going to call you the New York Times, Mom. Hello. On the ceiling, I have the Nebula capsule, and on the right side, I have the 42-inch LG C2. So after, like, I take the kids out, I take them to lunch, we go to a park or something like that. Like, they're like, all of them want to, of course, they all have to watch and want to play different fucking things. Why am I a prick? What did I do? So, but it's perfect because, like, my son Michael, I call him Snugs, he plays Goat Simulator on the roof TV. Matthew, my oldest, will play like Fortnite on one, and then Mackenzie will want to watch Coco Melon on the other one. I find it funny. Girly gets, I call her Girly, that's her nickname. She gets the biggest TV to watch Coco Melon. It was dead when they sent it to you. Keep an eye on the battery and how long it lasts. I still am raising an eyebrow at that situation, Pacific. Not your typical. I always thought, is that New York Times? Not your typical. Not your typical mom. I will remember that. That's actually pretty good. I want to run for president just so I can call it everyone in the Democratic Party. If I can do that, it would be worth it. Yeah, because they're a joke.
Tattling Tommy.
Tattling Tommy.
You know what? I bet if he dyed his beard, he would look significantly better. People say I look like I'm like fucking 60 when I don't dye my beard. Having darker facial hair decreases your age appearance a lot. I've noticed. I just don't give a fuck. I look old and disgusting. But I just don't understand. Like, even if there was a politician that I truly liked, and I found out they did the shit that Trump did, I would stop supporting them. I wouldn't be like, oh, no, they're above the law. No, they're not above the law. I didn't think Clinton's above the law. I didn't think Obama's above the law. I didn't think Bush. No one should be, no matter party affiliation, whatever. Ian's starting to look like Ethan Klein now. Dude, is that a picture of Ethan Klein where he's like as big as Nikocado Avocado? Is that just shopped? It looks like it is.
What was revealed here, Ian?
So we got the pitch deck. All the things are Intellivision convertible note term sheet, whatever. Intellivision fact book, loose usage of the term facts. The Intellivision pitch deck, Intellivision form of the convertible promissory notes, and Intellivision subscription agreement convertible promissory note stuff. So basically, this was all dumb.
I would love if someone paid for me to do a DSP cameo. Oh, Camelot's here. Camelot is in the building. But, dude, Camelot, you know I'm not partisan. I don't care, left, right, independent, super progressive. You do shit. The law, everyone's held accountable equally. I don't care what's in your bank account. I don't care what your political status is. Fuck all that. But for some reason, we as humans accept that some people, like, it's just weird. Like, we're like apes. Like, the alpha ape is allowed to, like, steal your bananas and you're okay with it. I don't want to pay fucking taxes. I get fucked in the ass with taxes. I missed the super chat already? Jocko, you're right. I did miss your super chat. I'm sorry. Good evening, Solid Richard. I ain't solid. Today is my birthday. Just wanted to say thanks for the content, and the quartering is... Look, it is what it is. He ain't getting my plea. He wants me to do the super chats as a donation for him to come on the show. Absolutely, not a problem. But then he goes, but he knew, because he knew I would agree to that, so he wants my play button. Democratic Party is like milquetoast. Yeah, they are in bed with the same corporations as the Republican Party, man. It's rigged.
to the Reddit, and we have
Said it from a former disgruntled employee.
So here it is, folks. This is how it starts.
Okay, pause for a second. I need
And
to make it.
this
I
shit's
was
just gonna get.
God damn it, Ian! Shut up. Excuse me. I said this on Twitter. I'm going to make it abundantly clear here. My editor was fantastic. He's still alive and well, but I'm saying he's no longer working for ReviewTechUSA. I'm just doing a change. I'm doing a direction change. I'm not doing daily news anymore. And his services were just no longer needed. Jay is an excellent editor. He's diligent. He's reliable. And he's talented. There is no bad blood between us, and I have nothing but positive things to say about Jay. So for anyone out there thinking that we had some kind of fallout or he was working behind the scenes is false. 100%. Moving on. My brother usually gets control of my 40-inch TV for lanky box, and I get 30 at my computer so I can splurge PS2, Wii, Switch. Hand jobs all around.
Hand jobs all around.
I wanted, because there were people saying that, like, something happened, or I bet you something happened. No, nothing happened. Like, Jay is a great editor. It's just, I'm going in a different direction, and that's it. I 100% agree with your decision to stop making vids to stream more. Also, I beat Margot without taking a hit. Can I get a DSP? Yes, you can.
Yeah!
Holy shit. Wait, Margot. I need to start playing. You know what? Because I have my kids call it the Woof TV or the Roof TV. That's the Nebula capsule. I have my gaming PC up there. I want to play Elden Ring up there. I did a little bit, and I love the Anchor. Just to make, or Nebula, excuse me. That's their sister company. Make a 1080p capsule. I mean, even 720p up there looks good. I always tell you guys, but like, make a 1080p version of that. There's almost no the latency is fantastic for gaming. It's surprisingly good. If they make that 1080p, it's over. A 1080p Woof TV, as my kids, like I said, would call it. Hey, Rich, hope you're old. Mitch McConnell's sagalicious man sack. He definitely has testicles in his neck. Yeah, I heard. Or is it? There's something where it's not a Game Pass game, but you're going to be able to stream it. I don't know. I didn't read fully into it. Hey, Rich, I was trolling, but a licensed counselor in Pennsylvania suggested we stop using... No, pedophile. Minor attracted person. Someone really said that to you? No, they're pedophiles. They're disgusting. They're going to be called pedophiles. DSP should make PC. And Phil, could you? I know you hate me. I know you call me shit on your shoe. Could I just give you advice if you really want to save money, unless you're just looking to make money? Just get a SATA SSD, dude. Put Windows 10 on there. There's plenty of YouTube videos. Okay, Forrest Gump, if he was real, could watch a YouTube video and put it together. So if he could do it, you can. Problem solved, Phil. Or were you going to get like $2,000 in fucking donations and spend $600 and pocket $1,400? I think that's what was going to happen. Camelot, how do you really feel about minor attracted people? Let me know. Yeah, minor attracted people. No, they're fucking. They should make it a law. You have to call them disgusting pieces of shit. Dylan giving the bacon and cucumbers. That actually really would probably make a bacon sandwich with some crispy bacon with a thinly sliced cucumber on there. You got me thinking now. Why is that so funny to me? Why does Pat and Ian look like they would think ketchup is too spicy? I totally agree. A little bit of mayo. Oh, yeah. Well, pink sauce, that's a UK thing, right? I heard that's good, though. Yeah. So, oh, my God. The quartering's living rent-free in my head because Velocity made a joke saying, is the quartering going to be here in 20 minutes? Or, like, that's what I'm saying. Hire me or DSP as an editor. But we both know content well. Oh, yeah. DSP is a great editor.
Get weirder and weirder as more and more stories come out. The main Intellivision story, in my mind, is over at this point. We're not going to get a clean wrap up like we all want. It's going to fade away. But
no, they're going to go into like indirect or their own kind of witness protection, meaning like Tommy's going to be like a mouse.
But give it a couple of years, and we're going to get the actual behind the scenes stories.
Yes.
We'll be able to line up what we were saying with what other people are saying and see how accurate we were.
We will be able to have a
Ian took off all of Pat's stickers.
timeline more of internal events and decisions and who did what.
Didn't he have like a Pikachu character with big titties on there, or is that just me thinking about big titties? I don't know.
Who protested against what employees weren't paid for their work or left, and why these things happen, why they were still looking for people to work on their console.
Wait,
4 months before the console was supposed to come out in October 2020. Like, what happened with these events more? With us outside looking in, we made pretty good guesses that things were happening that were bad, but we'll know in black and white for sure.
So,
Danny,
going over the pitch deck first. This is probably from 2020, I think, early 2020.
Looks like it. Closer to that.
16 slides on it, and it's a lot of nonsense. First, I just want to start off with the cover picture, which is a family sitting together.
Looks like they're holding Game Boy Colors there. What the fuck is that? Danny the Foot Birds, thank you for being a member for a year.
Family together.
Friends. Sitting in front of a TV screen that has Intellivision bringing family and friends photoshopped on it. The first thing I noticed this morning, and I was like, Jesus Christ, and Pat's like, what? And he says, no, save it for the podcast. The controller that is photoshopped into the woman's hand is scale size of like a hardcover book.
Yeah, look at that.
That thing is massive in her hands.
Wow. Oh,
yeah, look at... Dude, why are they holding... That doesn't look like...
Okay.
Like, look at that. That's huge.
It's like the size of her fucking head. He's right.
Huge. That's just... It is not at all to scale with the controller that the father is holding that also looks kind of too large. But the one she's holding is literally the cover. Like, it's a hardcover book size.
That's a chunky controller.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
This also... And that's the first version of the controller where it has the two buttons on the one side. Remember they changed it?
It looks like it doesn't have that circular wheel. It looks like there's buttons.
At the one point to make it more...
Like the original.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, where they slid one button down.
And that's the one time Tommy said we were right. When Tommy actually said, like, you guys are right. You called that about the button placement thing. Right. And they actually said that. So that this is like maybe earlier than we thought.
Yeah,
You're
maybe
right.
2019,
maybe
actually.
2019.
Yeah, 2019.
Because this is...
Imagine... I was like, it's all really stoned. I think of stupid shit. Imagine there were like two pictures of Tommy photoshopped on the controllers, and he's just like, like that douchey face he makes. It sucks because the MAP folks are going to hide behind that. No, LGBTQ is nothing like what is it? Minor attracted people. No. People who are... It's two consenting adults in the LGBTQ community. If you're in the minor attracted person community, it means you want to fuck a child. Eat shit. Yeah, it looks kind of like... It looks... Maybe even a little bigger than a Game Boy, but around a Game Boy. I'll agree with you on that one.
This is where it had the two buttons on the one side. Yeah.
All right. So next slide is the Tommy Taylor.
Yeah. Map has nothing to do with LGBTQ. They're never going to be accepted because they're monsters. Fuck out of here. It's not the same thing. Give me a break.
Go info slide.
Oh boy! You always want to lead with the CEO in your pitch deck for your product, right? You always want to do that,
Right.
No, that's wait. No. Holy shit. Fuck birds. Holy shit. Is he really Tommy playing the? Oh my god. He may as well just have himself just naked jerking off on the. With like a painted image of himself behind him as he's jerking off. Oh, come on.
With that awful picture of him from like Guitar Insider magazine or whatever, he looks like he's fucking blowing a load into an axe.
Okay. Looks like he's blowing a load into an axe.
Hey,
30 plus years in the video game industry. Sure. First to release video game music album on Capitol Records. Okay, maybe that's highly specific. Emmy Telly Award winner as producer, on-air talent for syndicated video game TV show. People are having trouble digging up whatever that would be.
The Telly is a Canadian award,
Right.
So he worked on the show up there that I never saw.
Reviews on the Run or something
Whatever
like
the
that.
hell
Yeah.
was with Lucas's friend there.
Victor Lucas. Who seems like a good guy.
Seems like a good guy, but should be critical of his friend more. The Emmy Award, if someone can point that out, that would be fantastic. That where his nice Emmy Award is. Creative performer of video games.
Yeah, I don't believe he has an Emmy Award. You know why? He wouldn't shut the fuck up about it.
Considered his longest running orchestral concert.
Bullshit.
Oh, that isn't? I said I would have given him that. No?
Longest running orchestral, what is it, show?
Of all time for
Tommy Faparic.
not
Like, why not just have a professional, clean-looking picture? Like, why? Like, you're such a douche. He's like that guy you'd see at a local bar who's in a cover band who's like my age but still thinks he's 20 and he's still trying to make it. That's the kind of picture they would take. It's like, Janelle, you can't trust anything Tommy says. You can't trust a fucking thing. Because he will gaslight you to, I've met so many people like him. That's probably why I have such a disdain for this. Because I've personally have known people like this motherfucker.
Not for just video games.
No, not just...
Yeah. Pedophiles, never will be accepted and should never be accepted. Ever. Sorry. But I'm not sorry. If there was a sequel to Ghost of Tsushima, would you play? I still need to play the first one. I'm kind of hoping and holding out they make that for PC. Maybe that's why I've played it, I wouldn't say almost a decent amount. I'm like, oh, this is a good game. But I really would like it on PC.
For video games.
He means anything?
He means anything. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
It's absolutely not true. I can't find it, but like someone immediately had like an answer.
We're like the Boston Pops. They do shows constantly beyond that?
He's just lying. He's just lying.
This next one I tried to verify. The Guinness World Record holder for most video games worked on. Okay, that's bullshit because he didn't. We know that.
Right.
It was his LLC that hired out people. The largest orchestral concert of all time at 700,000 plus people. And I try to look this up, and they're claiming that in China there was over 500,000 people that attended a concert, like in person. Like, is there a video of this anywhere? If there's video of this or any evidence, please show me where this is. That's all I'm going to say. That seems like a tough get.
That does seem pretty crazy.
And
monsters acting as people. Yes, exactly.
A lifetime.
This is the one that I love so much. Lifetime Achievement Award recipient. No, doesn't tell you what Lifetime Achievement Award it is. It just says Lifetime Achievement Award recipient.
The Chronic Masturbator Award.
We don't know if this is from fucking eating a lot of honeycombs or if this is like, I don't know, collecting box tops.
Well, I think what it was for, Tommy founded his own
Yes.
the Game Audio Network Guild, or gang. So he founded this sort of little group, and then I think started awarding himself and his friends stuff. And so I think that's what the Lifetime Achievement Award's from.
Ghost is good, man. The combat in it is good. I would like to see other games in like the Soul series progress their combat to that. Obviously not the samurai style, but where it feels more visceral, where it doesn't feel like you're paint brushing to death the enemies. Like the Demon Souls remake is definitely improvement, but still, minus the riposts, it still feels like you're just paint brushing them to a degree, you know?
Gotcha.
I think.
So, yeah.
Because trophies and certificates. You go to their website, and I think let's see.
Why
Does Tommy
is he
come up?
permanently banned on Twitch? Why? Bloodborne is a little more satisfying. I still think the combat in Ghost of Tsushima is even more satisfying, but Bloodborne is a step in the right direction more so. Like the worst culprit of it is the Skyrim, and it got even worse. Oblivion was even worse. Like the combat in there is just like, I feel like it's just like, come on, stop, just get away from me, you're a big spider. No, Sekiro has dope combat. Yeah, I would like to see all the Souls games. Again, it doesn't have to be in that samurai style, but to have that more like you feel the sword going in. You feel, the weapons actually making contact. I mean, they've gotten better. Like Elden Ring feels pretty good, but it could still be, it's not Ghost of Tsushima visceral, is my point. Yeah, the Raycons are fucking good. They're still a sponsor of mine. I love the Raycons. I genuinely do and use them. I go back and forth between them and my Sonys.
Up on here.
Damn it.
Let's see. Is Tommy come up?
Damn
on
it.
here? I think that's where it comes from. Oh, by the way, you can buy a trophy. You can buy your own trophy on this website for the Game Audio Network Guild. Okay, that's weird. You can buy a trophy. Okay, so what's next?
So then there's
I'm so stoned that we would just talk for a really long time, and I'm like, oh yeah, we're watching a video. I should probably start fucking playing it again.
I'm not gonna put it in a bottle and breastfeed it to you.
Ah, man. That brings back nostalgia.
slide that goes Nintendo Wii, a case study that goes over some numbers.
Yes, the combat has to make me come. You start busting nuts over video games. Whatever happened. Have you ever played? Yes, I tried Devil May Cry 5 multiple times. I don't like the way it feels. Meh. I could see it's a well-crafted game, and if people disagree with me, I understand. It's not for me. Devil May Cry. That is going to be the next intro. Yes. No, come on, drunken weasels. Stop it. You need to send me some kind of, or at least let me know in a message via DM. That's too insane. That's too insane.
Numbers. The big thing to point out here is in blue, in quote,
Wing should become a man breast model. He has giant impressive breasts.
No, Daddy, no.
He should become like a nipple model. Like if magazines need like big areolas. I gotta lay off the marijuana. Go fuck yourself.
We're picking up where the Wii left off 14 years ago. Tommy Taylor.
Yeah, that's kind of why I'm really trying to hold out until the 11th hour to talk about Captain Thoroughly Breastfed and Tickled. Because I know what he's kind of doing, He's thirsting for the infamy again. He needs another hit of that in his veins, and I don't want to give it to him. I don't want to put it in a bottle and breastfeed it to him. Final Fantasy 16. You know what always loses me with them, though, is like the stories. And everyone looks like, every single character looks like they just had some man with a giant ass fart on their hair and it just went all over and they just put hairspray in it. Why is that a thing with these Japanese JRPG characters? Like, just have hair, just like basic hair. Doesn't have to, I'm not saying it has to be stick to our culture, but it's just like fluff, 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 fluff. It concerns me.
Rico, why would you advertise that? That sounds bad.
What do you mean? They had that hair in Final Fantasy VII when I wasn't a boomer. I thought the same shit back then. Fuckbirds.
Hey, we're going to pick up this project from 14 years ago. That's how we're going to be real modern.
That Nintendo decided we
Yeah, Nintendo was like, yeah, we have milked this cow dry. We have milked the motion control cow for what it's worth onto switched pastors. They tried to keep it going, the motion shit with the Wii U. It didn't work. But Tommy was going to bring it back with his Microsoft Zune and his big spray tan cock. Why am I a man? I'm just a man with an ass. The Conduit? Yeah, the first-person shooter. That was published by Sega, right? That was pretty good.
We already drew all the blood from this stone. We got to move on. Like,
yeah.
If Nintendo still thought they could make money off the Wii, they would have.
They would have. Absolutely, they would have.
Yes,
They're not going to just not make money.
But
Tommy
yes.
doesn't know something that... Tommy loves to think he knows.
Well, because Tommy's stuck in the early 2000s when he was in his prime. That's what it is.
Those
He's smarter than
yeah.
Nintendo.
Video game market problems is...
Like, yeah, the money was made off of that. They moved on, Tommy. They moved on, Tommy. I'm just a man with an ass. I'm just waiting on some notes, not really paying attention, and Rich makes me lose my shit. I am just a man with an ass, a flat, hairy ass. I'm like if someone like put a wig on a Minecraft character. That is my ass. Hey, Rich, have you ever played the Metroid Prime games? Yes, and I like them, and when they come to the Switch, I want to revisit them. You'd like them if you like Halo or Portal. Just mod the Wii version with mouse and keyboard controls. I'm going to wait up for the Switch one, but I will try that too. Tommy Tallarico is a man.
Slide 4, isolating, not user-friendly, violent, complex, expensive, predatory.
Violent above an illustration of a Nintendo Switch console.
I think it's
violent.
like Resident Evil or something on there, though.
Predatory.
Yes, predatory.
Showing on a mobile game.
iPhone.
Sure.
Expensive $500 Xbox.
He puts predatory on this for like, oh, when do you really want to buy this, whatever, this. Yet you could purchase games from the front of the user interface on the Amico. Remember that?
Yes.
You can literally see stuff you can buy.
Yeah, so it was predatory. I thought that too. I'm like, you could like almost trip it, but it almost looked like it was too easy to accidentally buy something. You know what I'm saying? So, but we're talking about Tommy.
Buy with a click of a button.
Yep.
Like literally.
I think he means like in-app
Just like my
transactions
ass.
here, but still.
But it's very predatory. We talked about
yes,
time.
we talked about how predatory it is
oh,
to
here's
have
an
the
animation. Animation of a game you can purchase
right
you just
here.
gotta,
Yeah, and it's basically like almost predatory to the point where it's like, Mom, I want this game. Mom, I want cornhole. You don't need cornhole, son. We're not buying you fucking cornhole.
click on it.
Page 5 is just going over the simple,
affordable, family. Hold on. Man, I wish I had like I need special music to read this. Hold on one second. We need some Pilot Wings music. Holy shit! Where's my gigabit internet? Come on. Pilot Wings OST. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Everyone could shut their damn mouths. Here. Yes. Yes! Loop that shit. Loop that shit, son. Perfect music to read this with. That's still too fucking loud. Alright, let's start that over. Alright. Simple. We're making games simple again so everyone can enjoy the thrill of play. Because you can't do that. There's no free-to-play fucking phones that are simple right fucking now, right, Tommy? This looks like something I would get off one of the cheap Chinese knockoff consoles that I just got for videos. Affordable. Our games deliver great entertainment value at prices any consumer can enjoy. But there's cheap games already on every single platform. I remember him talking about this back in the day, and I'm just like, none of this sounds special. Alright, if this thing's cheap, maybe it has a chance. But Tommy's anus was not relaxed.
Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus.
Family. Come on, music. Come on. Come on. We're bringing friends and families together so they can play together. You can already do that on other platforms too. Families don't like being together. There's a problem. There's a social construct problem, and the Amico was not going to solve it.
You got my nipples up in a tissue.
Alright, I gotta stop the music now. It's getting annoying. Go fuck yourself, Pilot Wings. Makes me think of hang gliding. I want to hang glide naked one day. For those, if you wanted to know. Alright, let's get back to this.
Affordable family shit that he always
Yeah, this is why you can tell
hammered
that
on.
this was before. It was still at $225 target retail price.
Yes, but this is my favorite thing here. Simple, affordable family talks about what they're doing right underneath this smaller line. Not competing with Sony, PlayStation, and Microsoft Xbox in the hardcore gamer market. This is the thing that this always drove me nuts with him.
Yeah.
And this
I want to see what he's going to say. I'm not just being silent because I'm stoned.
guarantee you comes from the secret stuff as well. Just saying that you're not competing in this market against them does not, like,
Make it a reality.
Exonerate you from having to in some way compete with them. That's what I thought too. Because they have a breadth of games that can fill this void too, Tommy. John Alvarado's mustache can't save you from that fucking reality. Birds have breasts. Imagine you never came to my stream before and there's nothing going on. Just crickets are chirping and you just see a fat man, middle-aged man staring at a replica bird. That's an amazing fucking stream to me.
make that a reality. You are absolutely
Wonderful touch feeling.
competing with them in this market. And he always tried to hammer home, well, no, we're not. And I think he called me out for something like that once early on because I said that again.
You just joined the stream to be a fat man staring at a bird. So you just stepped into greatness, motherfucker.
I'm not gonna put it in a bottle and breastfeed it to you.
You thought I was gonna hit the applause, but I didn't. But I did hit a bird with my elbow. Surprise! I didn't hit the applause.
And I was like, you can't
You don't decide.
Just, you don't decide the market you're in. The market finds you.
Yeah.
It's the video game market, man. You're competing against these.
Yes.
You are not the only person who's ever had family fucking games.
Yes.
So that got me. Meet a Meek.
They need to make Pat's helmet hair simulator immediately.
Talks about the Karma Gaming engine patent pending.
Okay.
He better be slaying some S tier pussy that for some reason wants his hair like that, because that is the only reason that I would accept that he thinks that hairstyle's okay. His hair is incredible. That is the only reason I'll accept that he has that hairstyle. He is with some gorgeous woman that is like, I want you to look like you have a pubic helmet on your head. That is the only reason I will accept. Only one. Listen, I'm not saying I'm pretty. Okay? I know I'm not. But if I was able to grow hair on all sides of my head, I would probably still shave my head, actually, but I sure as fuck would not have that thing. Holy shit, Brian. Brian K42, thank you. Xbox Series S Plus, yeah, Game Pass, done. Family system. That's it. You're 100% right. Problem solved. Dude, you can get a Steam Deck. You can get a Steam Deck, get the dock, which they finally made that better. And your problem solved. Problem solved. You know what? He didn't ask for it, but I'll take the shirt off for a half hour. Bring the Relax Your Anus music in.
Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Your shoulders.
Motherfuckers just want my shirt off.
Relax your anus. Your anus.
According to DSP, I should be ashamed of
Try to
this.
relax your anus. Your shoulders. Your anus. Try to relax your anus.
What I'm more ashamed of is I still
Try to relax your anus.
problem taking
Try to
off the
relax
shirt.
your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus.
That I should be a little ashamed of.
Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Your shoulders.
Brian, they're going to wonder, are you secretly Dennis?
Your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus.
Dennis donated $400. And then he was like, he donated like $400 to tell me he bought a 3090. So he donated the money and he just spent at that time what was probably like $2,500 or $2,200 at least on a graphics card. He's like, wait, I didn't mean to donate $400. Now I can't pay my rent and I'm going to be homeless. And I'm like, what? And then at first, like, me and Intro guy are like, all right, man, you made the mistake. Give us your PayPal. Like, we'll PayPal. And I was like, wait a second. I don't want PayPal information exchanged. Something sketchy about this. Like, YouTube makes sure, really, really sure that you want to support, you want to send a super chat before you could send one. You can't just, like, slip, like, your nipple will hit the table. Oh, my God, I just sent Rich $200. Shit. I know, it's nuts, Con, man. I can't rub my nipples, but Turbo Express, I can give you intro. I will start getting sexual. I can't get sexual. So, yeah, like, I was like, hold on. Before we PayPal anything, it's not a straight, you can't just, like, accidentally send a super chat. It's like a slim to none chance. So... rest in peace, Dennis. He had to be homeless because he multiple times sent $400 worth of super chats. Rich, you are one fabulous man, and Joey, you are a fabulous cumin.
Okay, let's stop here for a second. First of all, almost everything on here is false.
Yes.
Almost everything on here is false. The Karma Gaming...
Why is it... Pat, what the fuck... Oh, wait, am I not in 1080p? Oh, that's why. Why are you only in 720p in 2022, Pat? Why is that picture at like 144p? I can't read the text. Oh God, I'm really, really being entitled right now. I'm watching someone else's video and bitching. Go fuck yourself.
Engine patent pending was bullshit. Tommy
even
has said
said
it in an interview that they knew it was fucking bullshit.
Yep.
It's an ethos. It's not a technology that you can patent. Second, the innovative parental controls patent pending. So they try to do a fucking RFID card key to
Pretty much, minus like some big videos like the fake PS5s and shit. This is... I ain't taking days off, man. This is what I do now. And I think it's fun as hell. I feel the fun again with this, not my nipples. All right, those two. But I feel the fun again with this that I felt when I was doing YouTube in 2013. I got to go there. You know? If I had a customer pull a DSP on me, ordered a burger with light sauce but fresh patties, they got upset that it was drowning in sauce. I had to explain that hot and oily beef would have made. Yeah, because the beef heat that makes the sauce more viscous, and it spreads more.
Spread your cheeks and just go to town.
So, like, what do you expect, Phil? It's like It's like if you order a fucking pizza, it's never going to be as crispy, Phil. It's like if you make the pizza yourself. Like your sandwich was not pulsating, Mr. Brunel. I'm going to hit a brick wall. By brick wall, do you mean an ass? Am I going to hit an ass, Victor? Am I going to hit an ass? An ass. Am I going to hit an ass? You are a bird. You lay turds, you fucking bird. Fucking bird. Tony Rodriguez, thank you for the fruit. It's delicious. Terrence, what the fuck is your super chop? Still really confused why people love DSP in his vest. I have no idea. Didn't he make like $20,000 cumulatively off of like hitting vest goals? A vest. What's in my closet, Phil? What is in your closet, Phil? What? What are we finding in Phil's fucking closet? Phil is an inspiration unto us all. Yes, he is. So let me look. Terrence, what did I miss from you, dude? Can I fish for turds from your buttery ass cheeks? No! No!
Lock it. Like, that would be better than a password. You don't think kids could find it laying around in their parents' drawer and just click it on their console, unlock it?
It's an RFID. You can go online.
I haven't talked about him, and he's brought up in passing here, but you guys know, I haven't really talked about him at all. I refuse to, unless he does something like unavoidable to talk about. I've said my piece. I didn't pull a basement peer with him where I avoided talking about him because I know my base agrees with the stupid shit he says. But I just know he's looking for the attention this time. We know he's a bigot. We know he's a homophobe. We know he's a bad guy. You know, right? And he's a coward who can't take criticism, so he copyrights. What is it like if you use more than 30% of his video? Fucking piece of shit. Phil's new tier goal is lures on a fishing hat. Of course they are. Anyway, let's continue.
Line and fucking get, I mean, you can get bootleg ones.
It's an overly
An 18-year-old asked me to date at the mall. I told her I don't want Chris Hansen at my doorstep due to her 10 years older than me. Wait, an 18-year-old? So you're 28 and she was 18? It's legal, but not recommended. If she's 18. Fireblade.
Obtuse way to put parental controls on your system.
Tommy is really interested in kitschy, gimmicky, weird little bullshit that he thinks is going to set him apart.
The touch LCD. It's touch, and I mean the extremely loosest version of that word. You can literally click on things.
He said Luth touch. Luth.
You're not dragging shit. You're not playing the games on the console. You can point at things on the console. You can't bring the game over to there and play it on there. It's not a smartphone. It's not a smartphone.
2 controllers in the box, up to 8 controllers and phones. Well, the last we heard, there was going to be a version with only 1 controller because the prices had gotten too crazy, and we never.
Prices. It's more expensive to get an Amico that's never coming out, but they were saying it go up to $350 fucking dollars. This stream is hard to masturbate to.
Yeah!
I don't know why I know I'm off my fucking rocker tonight. I'm just picturing. Imagine Phil tried to do stand up. He has no self-awareness. He would be so bad at it. He would just get up on stage. Oh, I jerked off once on stream.
Yeah!
Thank you. That's all. Good night. I'm Phil. Thank you, Phil. That was amazing comedy.
Ever saw anything even remotely close to an 8-player game. I don't think we ever really saw anything close to a true 4-player game.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, his embarrassing. It was a dark moment in his life. That's why. It's a dark moment in his life. So Phil saying he only beats off at dark times in his life. I beat off on all times of my life. Yes, of course. And
Try to relax your anus.
All right, I'm going to now agree I'm being a little obnoxious, or being a lot obnoxious. I need to stop. For those of you who are getting pissed off, you have every right now I'm going over the top. Why didn't you stop me?
We did in the car swipers.
Cat, I'm just saying. That'll be another kind of video I make too. We're going to talk about the chicken sandwich incident. Maybe that'll be one of my goals for next week. Like, every time Kat sees my beat off video, she cries. So I'm like, your wife cries at your orgasm faces, which someone amazingly described as even during masturbating, you see no pleasure on this man's face. It just looked like he was going through organ failure. But you could say DSP's living rent-free in my head but it's just so funny. I'm just thinking, like, so wait, she cries at your nut faces? She cries at your nut faces? So, like, you having sex, like, you just see Kat running out of the bedroom, like, oh, they had sex again. So Phil would never get the punch on Jeremiah. Absolutely not. 100% not. Imagine Phil being between two ferns with Zach Galifianakis. I would fucking, if I had the money, I would fund that to happen. But Phil, he probably would say no because it's me. I'm like in the same I'm the irrelevant Keemstar to him, so I'm in the same camp now. I'm like Tevin to him. So he wouldn't do it. I would fund that if I had the money, though. For Zach Galifianakis and Phil. Hi, my name is Phil, and I am a legendary content creator with a 15-year legacy. A legacy. A legacy. That's so cute, isn't it? A legacy of a legacy of begging and masturbation. No, rest assured, I have a hairy ass. We're gonna watch that tonight. This stream's gonna get serious. Don't worry. I forgot what I was talking about.
Maybe the missile command, but we never saw 8.
Okay.
I don't think we saw 8. I think we did see 4 a little bit.
Esports for everyone, patent pending, is a thing that was dropped here and never brought up again.
This is how you know
else.
this is early 2019. Horror debut at E3 June.
Oh, dude, because the Jaguar cores in the PS4 were shit. Same with the Xbox One.
2019.
Right, yeah.
Okay. This is what their debut was. They rented a hotel room off-site, and they
15-year legacy of begging and beating off. The incident of May 1st.
Got people to check it out, including influencers like John Riggs, Metal Jesus went there, and
he probably has some like super weird, unhealthy relationship where like Kat would be mad if she caught him beating off. So the only time he could bust nuts now is if he's. Why am I talking? All right. All right. All right. What am I doing with my life? I'm talking about Philip Burnell's orgasms shirtless at 41 years old. Is only happy when he's washing your balls. Wash your balls, Phil.
Wash your balls, wash your balls, wash your balls, wash your balls.
But you know what I have to say? As awkward as that was actually kind of funny content. That was almost Phil being somewhat self-aware. Why am I doing this? Like I'm in the fucking mafia. What are you doing? I'm Ricky No Dick. I'm Ricky Small Dick.
that's where my source told me, and this has never been refuted by anyone, this is how I know it's right, that they showed off. The controllers they had mock-up, the controllers were there, but the console was not obviously close to being finished.
I agree. We'll be working on like some music. You know, this is my main thing now is live streams, man. I'm retiring the daily news jersey. I've wanted to for a very long time. But the creativity is going to be coming back. You know, DSP face chicken sandwich. Dude, like, I'm just picturing tears flowing, like, because he did kind of look horrifying when he was beating off. Like, there was no look of pleasure. It looked like he was in pain. Oh, someone wrote it looked like he was having organ failure. I'm too high.
It was an orange pie in a shell, and they were just basically running it off of Android environment, the games that they had at the time.
You know, it's something that I've always wanted to bring up, and I guess never really.
I'm not, Jamie. That's the reality of it. I'm not. There'll be content there for them, but the daily news stuff is gone. If a lot of people sub for that, it's okay. I understand. There's other options. But I won't. Different audiences. Horses is a banger. When's the chicken song dropping? I'm going to put up some real shit, though. If it gets copyright claimed because there's a sample in it, I don't care. Let them make their 2 cents off of it. I'm exploring holes. I'm kidding, but you know what I mean. I'm playing around. It's time for. I want to let my artistic juices flow.
Have, but it's been something that I've thought for a long time of covering the Amico. They clearly blew all of their money on R&D for the controllers and had nothing else.
I don't think
and never did anything. They just that's where the progress stops.
But I just think that's where their focus was, because you can't announce a console with no R&D done yet, and there was nothing done when they showed it at Portland in 2018.
Oh, I heard.
But like, I think Adam, like what other people said, is that he hides behind her as like a shield. Oh, this makes my wife. No, it's not. The Cat probably doesn't really give a shit. And he kind of like, oh, you're making my wife cry, like kind of to try to make people feel bad. When it's really Phil who's annoyed. He's just trying to, Yeah, man, there's a lot of celebrities going down, huh? Ray Liotta, too. That would hurt. Yeah, so Adam, though, I do feel like he uses his wife as like oh, my wife is like, no, your ego's hurt. I bet you his wife is like, who gives a shit? All right, you got caught 6 years ago beating off on stream. No one even saw your dick. It's not a big deal.
He was basically just wish casting at that point. He was just standing on stage talking about how cool it would be.
No, I've watched the presentation.
Oh, okay.
He literally, the graphics.
But on the flip side, I did think of this. The only way you could live with Phil is to be like Phil. So maybe she is crying and freaking out. Because if they are truly soulmates, then that is a house of horrors. Creative freedom is a good way to keep your mental health in a good place. Yes. And because of the live streams and the support I get here and the revenue stream here, it's going to allow me, to be able to explore. You just got to know when to fold them, man. I always said that, and it was time to fold the gaming news. It was waning. I got that one other pop with Tickle Television, which bit me in the ass, but it was cool to hit that million, but you got to know when it's time, and it's time. It's time to evolve and do different things. TSP cries when he ejaculates. I hope to God not.
Were just what he got from the agency he hired to come up with a physical look for a console, and he just pasted it into his PowerPoint. You can't go from in only 7-8 months to a concept to having a prototype console that you can play with an environment. It's nearly impossible unless you're a huge company like Nintendo doing it, where you have tons of resources to throw at it. So that was mostly bullshit. Game development. This is where it becomes fraud to me. This is where this is a fucking con.
Yep.
They have all these logos of companies that, Mattel, Lego, Warner Brothers, Hasbro, Disney, Marvel, Sesame Street, Universal.
Yeah, I remember him pulling this shit with me a lot too. Let me put my shirt back on. Looks like a knockoff iPod dock. Yes, T. Pratt, you nailed it. Yeah, I know I flip-flopped before, J-Ram, but a lot of people said I was going to flip-flop with RTU streams. Did that happen? But yeah, I flip-flop where it's a flaw. I admit it, but, a lot of experimenting happened with that, and some of the stuff sticks. RTU stream stuck. Oh, I saw that before. See, there was a DJ console that used 2 iPods. Those things were crazy. That was crazy times. Now, I know you love me, but, yeah, I flip-flopped a lot, but some stuff has stuck. This is a perfect example that worked out.
Universal, Ninja Turtles, Nickelodeon, Atari, Frogger, Telestrations, Earthworm Jim, Paw Patrol and Wheel
Yes,
of Fortune.
You've never
absolutely,
had
Isaiah.
any of this.
You had
Well,
Atari
you had Atari.
for missile commands. You thought you had Earthworm Jim at some point. I think they thought they were getting telestrations. After that, though, Ian, there was no evidence that there was development on.
No, Jacket, there should be consistency too. You know, there should be consistency as well. Controller, yes. God, I remember the LG chocolate. Holy fuck. Mid 2000s, like 2005, right? Phil is just the eternal post-nuck. I just find a funny flashback that he's like, yeah, that was a low point in my life. So I'm like, you only beat off when you're depressed? That's even stranger.
Almost, I think the rest of the dozen or so.
There was the Sesame Street, but yeah, there's nothing Nickelodeon.
I mean, they showed.
I mean, I'll admit it. I was nervous going over to this channel solely for streams. I'm like, shit, man. Like, yeah, I know it is damaging my other channel, which now looking back, probably, if knowing what the future actually held, I probably wouldn't have cared. But, you know, a dedicated stream channel is still a smart thing. And it worked out. But I was nervous because I didn't know. Then it would have been like, oh, then if I had to go back to ReviewTechUSA for streams, everyone would have been like, oh, you flip-flop, skip-dip-dip-dip, don't make it drip. And then I would have heard shit for 8 years.
Flash game video, but there's no evidence they actually worked on a game themselves.
The
40 games at launch, they say at the time.
Yeah. Holy shit.
They said there was 22 playable games at E3. I would love to know what games those actually were. Because I don't think there were 22 playable, so if someone can correct me on that, how many were actually playable? There was
However, with a lot of what they showed in their first video, if we're talking about like that shitty Pong game that was like footballs and basketball.
Yes, I am now have evolved into an e-girl.
Well, that's stuff that anyone can slap together. So they probably had like a couple of these cheap ass fucking demos, essentially. But that's
my
about
argument
it.
is they've never had 22 playable games ever, even at Turkey Point later
Yeah,
on. Good old Turkey
Turkey
They
Point.
had like 6, maybe 8. They never had that many. What's next year? The market size is ridiculous, obviously, because they're counting mobile.
Yeah, they were making it like, yeah, oh, there's billions of untapped. Like, yeah, dude, they're on phones playing free shit for like 5 minutes a month. Shut up.
Gamers has a huge part of it.
Oh, remember when they did the Crayola event? And he immediately started talking about how, hey, we're working on a partnership with Crayola after they did the event, and then like immediately it was like taken off of something because eventually people are like, what the fuck are you doing? And I would love to know what those conversations were like. Like, no, we said hi to you because you hosted an event here. Why do you think we're making something free? And that's also how Tommy operates. He talks to you, or you look at him once, he thinks you guys are fucking doing something together.
Sure.
That sounds like a typical super right-wing Republican.
Sure. The mobile game market, the size, obviously it's insane because they think that the mobile game market is the same for a home console, and it's not.
Right.
So
it's absolutely not. Totally different markets.
That's obviously awful market research. And then I love picking up where we left off 14 years ago.
Again.
And I love it because now they can't even bother to Photoshop. They are holding chunky, awful third-party like PS2 or 3 controllers, the family.
Yep. It's just a bad look.
They're not even holding the controllers for the... Oh, my God.
Hardcore gamers, too.
They're holding like the controllers that came with these fake fucking PS5s.
100 million. Casual...
No, Tommy despises me. He hates me now. He's blocked me on Twitter. He sent me a message saying that, you know, what do you say? I'm fucked up and need help or something like that. But yes, besides that, we're great friends. Yeah, I still have the Amico hoodie somewhere.
Gamers, 3 billion with a couple of circles. Target buyer, mom 30 to 50, family friendly social media targets, morning TV show promotion, mall tours with GameStop, leverage Intellivision brand in resurgent retro market. So now, like right there, he always towards the end of it, he constantly hammered home that he wasn't going for hardcore gamers and it wasn't for the retro market. Yet right here, leveraging television brands in resurgent retro market right under target buyer mom 30 to 50.
And when you see the vitriol that he came out against us for,
yes,
we knew why, but this really for everyone else shows why.
Yes, we're gonna watch your video on it tonight. Rim. I thought your name said Rim Job. Yes, the Amico is launching in 20 minutes. It's going to be hand delivered to everybody by Tommy Tellerico and Jeremy Hambley. Mike the Game King has Butthead as his. My dog is in the room as I watch, and when you burp, my dog barked. Boobs. That was something interesting that I'm going to talk about tomorrow with the gay black dads. He finally came out and said that's fake. Remember he was saying, according to what I've seen, he was trying to play that off as being real. Unless I missed something, if there was a video where Jeremy said he was joking about it, then fine. Yeah, he admitted it on David Jaffe's show that it's fake. I mean, was anyone shocked? But
what he thought we were saying from the start was harmful, because he really came after us when we said the Intellivision brand was dead and gone.
Oh yeah,
and no one cared.
He took it personally.
So personal.
So if I'm an investor and I don't know anything about the old market or about this, the last thing Tommy will want to see is him Googling or YouTubing us and seeing us saying, people that know about the retro game markets, we've been in it for 25 years.
Sure.
For us to say, this market is dead, you can't do anything with this brand, because here he is trying to pitch it to people to get their investment dollars as a direct point.
Yep.
While at the same time trying to say we're not banking on the Intellivision name in nostalgia. He said that, which is bullshit. So he knew how harmful it was for people like Ian and me pointing out the truth.
Yes.
Because he knew that, that...
Yeah, no one gives a fuck about Intellivision. I've been saying that forever. No one cares. It's not Atari. It's not Nintendo. It's not even fucking Coleco, in my opinion. ColecoVision. No one gives a shit about Intellivision. Tommy's weird, egotistical ass just had a nostalgia boner for it. That's all it was.
It was harmful because...
Dylan, bacon, and cucumbers. I'm making a fucking sandwich with that. I'm going to make a YouTube video on that, too. I'm not kidding. Not like tomorrow, but eventually.
He could say all he wants about, oh, the target buyer is a mom 30 to 50. Notice how he's not going to even bother to say 25, but even 30 to 40 have no idea what the fuck the Intellivision is.
Again, you can say this all you want. It doesn't make it true.
Morning TV show promotion. He really thought he was going to get on Ellen.
Yes, he said that all the time. He was going to... could you imagine his insecure, egotistical asshole? He would be like, hey! And people would be like, who the fuck is this guy? It's like me expecting anyone to know who I was if I came out on a talk show. Be like, hey, everybody, ReviewTechUSA. Who? Who the fuck is this? Who is he?
He really thought I was going to get on
celebrity endorsements. Ellen, Jessica Alba.
Well, Jessica Alba's been endorsing the Switch recently. I don't know if you've seen that.
Oh yeah.
She's been loving the.
Oh, if you have music, it gets claimed as shared revenue. They could take all the revenue. I don't care. I'm not looking to make money off of the music. I don't care. I'll be like, I will just call the labels and be like, hey, I may use a sample in this record I'm producing. You could take all the fucking revenue. I don't fucking care. It's not what I wouldn't look for the money from that. You know, I just want people to hear it. Phil is such an inspiration. He's a master at masturbation. Overcoming his dark and troubled past to show the people that you don't have to degrade yourselves like Lao Cow videos. Oh my God. Yeah, he won't degrade himself, but he'll beg for money for tips tomorrow.
The Switch Fit stuff, it looks like it's endorsing that stuff. Excuse me, the new Switch Sports pack. That's right.
Yeah, so what the fuck is this? I mean,
no, it's bullshit.
They never endorsed it. You're just, again, wishing.
You think you're going to get into Costco? Costco would have told you what they would want to price it for, not the other way around. They would say, this is the price. We don't care how much you make at it. This is our wholesale price. That would have been impossible.
This old chestnut that he loved to bandy about. Team, over 600 years of industry experience. How come no one stopped him when he kept talking about this, being like, this is ridiculous?
Yeah, people from Nintendo and yeah. Was any of these people actually
ridiculous. This is a playground boast, Tommy.
What did Perrin Kaplan, former EVP of marketing, ever do at Intellivision Entertainment? Please tell me. Please tell me what she actually did. Please tell me what Kara Acker, VP marketing, 15 plus years in consumer products at Mattel, what did she do besides appear in a pitch video?
Once. Yeah.
Gotta piss real quick. I drank coffee and like 5 fucking seltzers. Don't give me any shit. I've been streaming for an hour and a half, so.
Breasts.
Over my big cock. Fuck, I hate when that happens. Step on my big ass cock. Big ass cock. Relax your butthole. Your channel is the only place I've heard of in television. I know, no one cares. No, I mean, my core audience here does, but no view-wise, no one gave a shit about the Intellivision at all. Those videos are all duds. It fascinated me, so I still talked about it.
What did she do? She wasn't working in the Santa Ana offices 5 days a week. We know that. So what was she doing? What were all these people doing? All the time.
They had like, I'll tell you what, they probably had like one like advisory phone call with him where they probably had to pay him like $50,000 at least to do it. And like, oh yeah, we work with him. They told us good luck. And then we handed him a big fucking check and that's it.
What was Jason Enos doing every day? What was Bill Fisher doing? What was Scott Sumora doing in Japan? What were these people doing?
Yeah.
They weren't doing anything of material value. We know Jay Allen wasn't doing anything of material value to the company because that's what the SEC document actually said.
Right.
That he had no material involvement. He was just an advisor, and that's it.
Yep.
We know these things.
Milestone
Some literally had 15 minutes a week on their payroll. And they probably did fuck all. It was just to say that they legally work for the company.
and road mapping. This is just a bunch of bullshit.
It shows how much money they were getting or trying to get at that time. Yeah, they're trying to get. So they had the founder put in $600,000 for acquiring the IP and their own a line of credit. Great. Seed round, so they got a few million there, maybe from David Perry and friends there, and they were trying to get the 7 million up to that point. This is also the time period where I think they knew they were in trouble. The angel investor was gone that I've talked about. That was gone or going to be gone. So this is all in that period. Or maybe this is what they pitched to the angel investor that, from my source, decided not to get into it after the E3. Maybe this is what used to potentially hook them in, and they saw it in person and said, wow, these games are bullshit. This controller sucks.
Well, that's what I heard, was that the 2019 presentation basically was truly Amico's last stand, and it's just been it's been a dog and pony show ever since.
Yes. Yeah. And then launched in 2020. We knew that was going to happen. The manufacturing was supposed to start when? Look at that. It was supposed to be by like May-ish of 2020. Obviously, this is pre-pandemic. If you started in May to get out for October.
I mean, yeah, what an astronomical failure. I mean, this is, I think this is worse just because the magnitude of it than the Coleco Chameleon. This is, I mean, can't even compare it to the Ouya, because the Ouya actually came out even though it was still a shit show. Like, this is amazing. I'm very aware of the $500 super chat, and I thanked him. 100%. The only people that worked on Intellivision was Tommy, Gabe Newell, and Jeremy's two black. Yeah. Dude, am I going nuts, or did he joke that did he admit in the past that was a joke? Because didn't he make like multiple videos and like a bunch of tweets like defending his gay black dads? Imagine Tommy pulls up to DSP's house and just gives him all the amigos and DSP rants about having these. Yes. What am I gonna do with them? I don't know. Fuck. I have all these amigos and cucumbers. Oh God, that review is ancient. I remember filming that at my grandmother's table. Feels like a different lifetime I did that video.
That's still cutting it close, but it's probably possible to get it out in October. You probably wouldn't be in production, I guess, March or April, because who knows how long it still could come over with customs and things. Still could take 2 to 3 months without the pandemic to ship something over. It could take from China, in my experience.
And the soldier horse, yes. You have to play the soldier game riding a horse to play it.
E3 promotional tours, that never happened. How about the financial projections?
Oh, God, dude.
So they thought they would do 73 million in total sales the first year.
Jesus.
They thought they would do 243 million in 2021, and then in 2022 they thought they were going to do $500 million.
And then in 2023 they thought they were going to do 793 million. They were going to do almost $1 billion in sales. Just fucking
Bo
insane.
Rock, thank you for the waiter.
No one pulled them down like when they were they're just holding helium balloons floating off into space here. No one tried to ground these people.
They thought they were going to get a global market share of the entire gaming market up here of 1.25%. They thought they were going to get literally 1.25% of every single person in the world that plays a video game, either on a console, on a computer, on a mobile device. This is.
They were in a fucking fantasy world, man. Holy shit.
This is
and that's
insane fucking thinking.
And it's what he had been saying since the beginning, and it's what he used, I think, to get stupid people into it, because he would always say,
we only need 1%.
We just need the smallest slice. We just need 1% of that market, and we're going to be, fucking eating off of gold plates.
1.25% would mean that on my block, there's probably 75, 50 people, maybe 100 next block. Every fucking block of people, block and a half is 100 people. At least one person would have to have an Amico. That's how insane. When you say 1% of the population, 1.2% of the global population.
That is. Like, Microsoft and Sony and Nintendo would wish for those. This man is incredible. I wonder if he's related to Phil. Bo Rock, thank you for the banana. Maybe I'll have the Amazing Atheist shove it up my ass.
Right.
That is fucking batshit stuff. Batshit stuff. For a startup company with no experience.
And in countries where, and you have to keep in mind that there are countries where TVs are not commonplace or they're shared objects.
Correct, Ian. Which means that in the developed world, it would have to be even higher than 1%.
Yeah, which means a place like this would have to pick up for that, which means that we're talking like 4 people on every block having a fucking Amiga.
Now we're talking
every block.
Now we're talking like Nintendo, Sony.
And what were they offering that was so special? What? That they thought that they could dare say these numbers. Oh my god. But yeah, I was not supposed to call out Tommy on any of this shit. Quinn, how the hell are you?
Xbox sort of stuff where it's just like, this is just, but they're not competing.
But they're not
competing.
Right.
They're not competing.
They're not competing when it's convenient.
Now you see why they couldn't get real investors, because this stuff is fucking insane.
This falls apart in 2 seconds.
Does not pass the smell test.
No.
You don't even need to.
Smell test. It probably smells like my unwashed ass.
I wouldn't need to ask what numbers. When I see 1.25%, I would be like, well, how did you come up with the number? How could you penetrate that market? How much money you would take for advertising? I'm not even like a big business guy when it comes to like money. How much advertising would you have to do to get 1.25% of the video game market? Like that, I don't know, 100
monstrous amount.
million a year, 200, 300, 400 million. We're talking an insane amount. You know how much money Coca-Cola spends every year in advertising? And they're the number one, and they have to keep spending that money to maintain like the number one. Like, we're talking insane amounts of money in order to have brand awareness continue. Look at Ian with his Diet Coke. Why do you think companies that are in number one still spend tons of money?
Banana.
Because they have to protect where they are.
Yeah.
Let alone trying to break into them. This is nuts.
So the next slide is basically the last slide and is just a real humdinger.
The exit strategy.
Exit strategy. Okay. So here's the thing. Let me read the exit strategy to you. Oh wait, there's nothing to read. The exit strategy slide is simply a bunch of corporate logos. We've got Mattel, Disney, Hasbro, Microsoft, Apple, Mixi, Amazon, Nintendo, Facebook, Viacom.
The fuck were they gonna do with Apple?
Tencent, Comcast, Google, and Sony. The fact that they thought any of these would be interested in picking them up is just, it really, again, goes to show the pie in the sky wishful thinking that, I mean...
What are you, Oculus?
Yeah.
Facebook's going to spend $1 billion or $2 on you? Are you nuts?
For shitty...
What is Apple going to do with... What is Apple going to do with the Amico or Intellivision? Jesus Christ.
Fucking phone games.
I mean, they were dumb for spending that much on Oculus, Facebook, but at least there was a theory behind it.
Right.
At least it's a new technology segment where you got a fucking shitty controller, and you have mobile quality games. So they thought that, Ian, that they'd march down that road of making $500 million, and some company like, wow, what's going on here? And they were just oh, we're just going to buy you up.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like they probably thought this was like dropping a big dick on the bargaining table, being like, "Here's our exit strategy. We're going to get bought by Disney."
I really hope people out there understand what this says to
Disney,
the people that Tom was trying to peddle these games to, the people he quote unquote cared about and commiserated with on YouTube and on Nintendo Age. Excuse me, not Nintendo Age, Atari Age. He never cared about your user experience. He wanted to get out. He was looking for a way out at the start. It wasn't just, we're going to put out a great product, Ian. We're going to have a profitable, good business. We're going to put out games for...
I'm still going to put up like more like high production value stuff here and there. You know, like I'm going to do these game consoles, these PS5 knockoffs, stuff like that. I'm going to have the Aya Neo Air. But hold on 1 second. Let me go live. Hold on 1 second. No, nothing. All right. So there's not. It's just it's time to move on from news. No, I want to edit. Trump will buy. Trump. Intellivision is tremendous. Yes, and I thank them. I thanked Brian K42 for the tip. Oh, the sex bots are here. Let's continue.
For several years and maybe do a sequel console. He knew this wasn't first of all a sustainable thing. Probably
no.
He wanted someone to take the crappy idea and overspend on it.
He was
so
not
get out.
He wasn't.
Yeah,
he wasn't doing this because he wanted to. He didn't even really want to. He wanted to be able to say he did something big in the video game industry, but he didn't actually. This wasn't his life's passion.
No,
from this moment, and from this early on, it's clear that he wants to build something and make it as shiny as possible for other people with more money.
I don't know, man. It looks like they're milking that Switch cow for quite a bit longer.
To come and buy him out. This was never going to be the rest of his life's work. This was him trying to get rich quick. Again,
this pitch deck was to fool people, to put in money, to build the dream, to get a big company to then foolishly put in their money in order to reap the huge rewards.
Reap the rewards.
He wanted that Oculus buyout. He wanted that, hey, we're going to overspend on this.
Wow. So maybe this was a scam from the get-go then.
And then you don't ever...
I guess you could file it under a scam completely.
And you're the man, Tommy. But you can't do that unless you put all these building blocks in place and have a...
I just hope that Nintendo doesn't overthink their next piece of hardware and fuck it up. Like Nintendo, all people want is a more powerful Switch. Fix up the Joy-Cons a little bit and ta-da. Like, that's it. You know what I mean? But I'm afraid they're overthinking.
Competent team to make a product and actually release it and get get people that actually want your product to spend money over years and years of time and have an actual market develop. Like these, it's easier than it looks, huh, Tommy? Excuse me, it's harder than it looks. He thought it was easier.
Yes, harder than it looks. It's all good. We're there. We got you.
Then there was also the internal fact sheet. I guess that would be for someone like Nick, the CFO. To be like, hey, this is when he has potential investors on the phone or talking to people about it. There's less.
Even more. Keep the OLED display, but just keep it 720p. Maybe add HDR. Give them more powerful, like allow the more powerful processor to work on better visuals, better lighting, better textures, better shadows, all that shit. And 720p is fine. I don't really see an issue with 720p on a Switch-like console. Just make it more powerful.
Less interesting there, Ian, but there's still some stuff there if you want to go through quickly on the fact sheet.
I don't really, but because it really does regurgitate a lot of it. But I think this is the one with something else we really wanted to point out about TomTom.
Wed Bush, who...
I'm talking about Nintendo. I'm afraid they're going to overthink the successor to the Switch. Like, just make it more powerful. You could even keep the 720p OLED screen. It's perfectly fine. Redesign the Joy-Cons. Make it a little more ergonomic. Make it more durable. And that's it. That's all I want. More powerful, better Joy-Cons. You can keep the 720p OLED screen. That's it. That's all I want. But they're going to fuck it up. I just have this weird feeling. I hope I'm wrong. If I am wrong, I will be so happy. If they just do exactly, just make a more powerful Switch, I'm going to like fucking shit my pants and fall over. Have a good night. Good night, you attractive piece of crap. Thank you, Mitch McConnell's Segalicious Man sack. I have the 13 Pro Max, and this is great for filming. I love it. Big screen. So any of them you can't really go wrong with. After getting my Steam Deck, I'm over the Switch. It's old news. I kind of feel the same way, man. If you're a third-party guy like I am, and it sounds like you are, why would I'd rather play Doom Eternal at 60 FPS on the Steam Deck. I'd rather play Elden Ring, which you can't play at all, on the Switch, on the Steam Deck, you know? I know you said no one watched your Game Boy vid, but I've watched it. Well, thank you for watching it 10 times, but that vid was a resounding... It was a dud. I'll admit it. It was dead. Thank you for exposing the anti-vaxxers. My dad's an ER doc and says 9 of his COVID patients haven't taken the vax. I don't understand. I don't trust Big Pharma either. I always say that. I don't. Look at the opiate crisis, so much other shit. Okay. But these same people that are like, I don't know what's in there. I'm not putting that in my body, or like the same ones that buy, like, drink beer, smoke fucking a pack of Marlboro Reds a day, and buy the most over-processed food they could find at the grocery store. But they won't take a fucking vaccine. Come on. Jesus. Ugh. My juices. Sorry. So, like, they're so against the vaccine, but everything else, like, then you should just be like, oh, if you're really that concerned about what's in products, I guess you just got to live off the land then, right? It's just bullshit, man. It's just political, brain-dead, brainwashed nonsense.
Hired Michael... Who hires Michael...
Yes. Terrence Williams, smoker's breath, especially morning breath, no matter how much they brush their teeth, it's like a horse shit in their mouth.
Pachter, Wedbush Security did this company overview winter 2020. So this is like a year and a half after the pitch deck. We are now in we know that this console's not coming out. It's delayed at least a year.
So this is like clearly bullshit. One of these pages here, basically, it's just more bullshit. Talking about like iconic brand with premium titles and licensing, and you've got Pong and a picture of something that I can't make out, and then Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, Burger Time, Transformers. Underneath it, though, there's an asterisk that says currently in later stage discussions.
What page is this? 14?
Yeah, sorry.
It's page 14.
What were they going to do with Sony?
Page 14. Currently in later stage discussion is next to like Transformers, Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune. I guarantee you there were no late stage discussions going on. This is, again, pie in the sky wish casting. Wishing.
They said they had 88 games in the pipeline. 88 games. This is after the console. We know it's not coming out. It won't come out for at least a year. They're saying they had 88 games in development, including Wheel of Fortune, Transformers, Lunar Lander, Dig Dug, Burger Time, Night Driver, and a bunch of shit from these other companies. I mean, it's despicable and low. These are blatant lies.
Yes.
Lies. They're lies.
But what's the ooh wow factor here with any of that anyway? Maybe Earthworm Jim?
And then my favorite lie, page 15, television leadership. Tommy Tallarico, CEO.
I love Tommy Tallarico again. Now he's not. Now he looks professional. I love how they always use a picture from like 30 fucking years ago. First fucking thumbnails.
President.
Okay.
Gotcha.
30 years of experience.
30 years? Yeah,
Game
sure.
designer, okay, whatever.
Right, yeah. I mean, tell you what.
You know, you're just a composer, but okay.
Hall of Fame Yankees minor league baseball player.
No. What?
What the fuck? Who puts that on? What? And he's not. He paid to go to a Yankees camp.
He did fantasy leagues for years. So a fantasy camp is that you pay.
But I believe it with Tommy because he has to. Jesus Christ!
Thousands of dollars when you're a rich man, and it was never good enough to make a real team, and you pay thousands of dollars for a week experience where you get the older players from that team to train you, and you do like a couple of games,
throw the ball around with you, and I think after
you get your own uniform,
and I think after
so pathetic. What a fucking dork.
you do it 5 times, someone was saying,
What a fucking dork.
and they like put you in like a Hall of Fame.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Tommy is bragging
about paying like a little boy to go to a camp.
Going to fantasy camp.
He played cosplay baseball player and spent probably 25-30 grand to do that over several years to say I'm in the Hall of Fame.
Even if this was true, what kind of fucking fragile human needs to put that on a list of their accomplishments when they're trying to make a video game console?
Tommy.
Well, if you look at a lot of these, it's not pertinent.
Sure.
But I mean, like, it's just it's delusions of grandeur.
Yes.
It's literally the delusions of grandeur.
Yep.
It's like you paid money, which is fine. You have $5,000-$6,000 to blow because that's what these usually cost. You have money to blow. You're going to play some older, Yankee players. Of course, he's a Yankees fan. Of course, the Yankee fans are coming after me for saying that, but of course. So
fuck the Yankees.
There goes our Yankees audience. So it's all in good fun. But he does this and plays against some Yankees, quote unquote legends, because the Hall of Famers don't play. They show up just for like a day, probably say hi.
Yeah.
They get some players, need some cash that to help train you, and you put that on your resume.
It says so much about you.
Well, you want to cosplay the CEO, you cosplay as a baseball player.
But like, are you 5? Like,
yes, he is absolutely 5.
are you a 5-year-old, Tommy?
They thought they were going to get Sean Astin to promote.
Oh yeah, sure.
Why would Sean Astin and Jim Parsons promote this? Like, why? Vans, the shoes. Vans is listed. Vans, the shoes would do it. Really?
And guess who's not a Yankees fan anymore?
Legos. First of all, it's Lego, not Legos. They said it's Legos.
It's Lego. It's Lego bricks. Come on.
Even I know that.
Everyone knows this.
It's silly. There's scales about. We have the most.
Yeah, and what does it have to do with fucking making a console?
Affordable console. There's like these weird graphs that don't make any sense. I don't know if you saw that graph, on one of these pages. But
yeah, that was also on.
Yeah, it's on page 12. So
I think it was on the pitch.
Ease of play and affordability. There's a chart, and like ease of play and affordability is the top right, meaning.
Oh yeah, no, I'm right on it. Yeah, and it literally this is. Again, this is kind of like the exit plan page. They just literally, we understand that graphs go up and to the right, so this is what we're going to do.
So they think somehow the Intellivision would be easier to play than the Switch, which is notoriously easy to play the games.
Yeah.
And we've already seen videos where there's literally 2-minute tutorials about how to even use the fucking controller.
How to pick which control scheme you want.
How to play Shark. Like there's like a
These Faptasia Electric Boogaloo.
Breasts.
Tommy, dude, he has to have like daddy issues. 100%. 100%. There's no way you're so insecure as a grown-ass man. There's no fucking way. Absolutely no fucking way. Oh no, why did my viewership just like spike? Am I about to get swatted? Mommy issues maybe. Dude, something. I went to a baseball camp and I'm going to put it on my resume. What a dork. Stream's still going on my end. Did I lose any frames? Oh wait, OBS. StreamLabs tells you nothing. I really don't like StreamLabs OBS. It's all about the New York Mets, baby.
Up and play. Just insane fucking things. real quick, this was posted on Atari Age, Ian. Just a post that right now they're
Kirby painting is pretty good
on Atari Age. But this was posted. This was sent to me beforehand. Someone that's been a long time Atari Age user that's very disappointed in how they've handled things in the past years. And do you want me to read it real quick?
Yeah,
here?
go for it.
I'll read it real quick. And we'll see what happens because of this. Again, this is a long time user. Albert posted. There's one thread that's allowing Atari Age discussion
Tommy
about the Amico.
Tommy
someone
knows
said,
everybody.
please, if you want to discuss the Amico fine, please do so without making blanket statements about the members and the site that simply aren't true. So someone was complaining that a lot of people enabled Tommy's bad behavior and people were taken for a ride because of that. And I agree.
Yeah, sure.
There wasn't the critical eye on this at all.
No, it's not.
But yeah, and I don't get, like, who the fuck is Tommy? Who cares? It's not 1998 anymore. Or even, like, 2003. Who gives a shit? Why were people so starstruck by Tommy? I don't get it.
Not at all.
So this longtime user, God's
Be more starstruck by, like, only use me blade.
Labrat, or God's Labrat, said, sure, let's talk about the Amico. The Amico is quite simply a scam. By scam, I mean the people in charge of it took money for investments and pre-orders that they knew would not be fulfilled.
He has zero fucking charisma. Get out of here.
In the time frame specified. That is absolutely true.
Mm-hmm.
All evidence, I mean literally 100% of all the evidence available indicates there was no way the original 10/10/2020 release date could have been met, and this was known in 2019.
Yeah, what a pumpkin carving contest. I always bring it up in my interviews for tech jobs. Like, what does it even have to do with anything? What the fuck does it have to do with anything? Press. Let's continue.
Like every grifter console released, all they ever had was a shell and hastily scrambled to put the insides together after the money was raised. This is not even disputed. What does seem to be in dispute is how this form enabled this grift and allowed Tommy Tallarico's outright lies to stand without scrutiny.
Yeah.
It is unacceptable that this would be the standard allowed here. This is the same form that took down the Clicker Chameleon. However, for whatever reason, Tommy's scam was allowed to have its own free-running thread, which lasted years, and people were banned for asking questions he didn't like, for posting images he didn't approve of, or not, in quotes, reading the room correctly. Want to say I'm wrong? It's going to do more than saying, oh, that totally didn't happen, or yeah, it wasn't modded quite right.
Did I?
No, what Atari Age
Yes,
needs
you
to
can.
do is to be transparent about what really
Cucumbers.
happened. That means at bare minimum, the following three things. Number one, the Amico subforum should be returned to visibility, including all hidden posts. Readers need to see the discourse and decide for themselves if the banned posters truly deserve to be banned. Number two, a full list of all banned posters should be given, along with what mod banned them and why. Readers need to be able to see if the reasons given match the allegedly bannable posts. Number three, all of Tommy Tallarico's DM communication with Atari Age staff should be posted. Readers need to be able to judge for themselves what established the
I
relationship between Tommy and Atari Age. I don't think this is what you want to see on Atari Age. If that's the case, join the club. Maybe you now feel what the rest of us have been felt watching Atari Age be transformed
100%.
from seasoned perspectives on the entire gaming hobby to, in quotes, Tommy Tallarico's primary source for hand jobs. I think it's clear to
What happened?
everyone that Atari Age is no longer what it once was.
Hand
The only
jobs all
question
around.
is, do you care enough to fix it, or will you just forever ignore Tommy Tallarico's stain on the website? See you in the funny papers.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't see how this can't leak over into his video games live. This is gonna, you know what's gonna happen? Like the Amico in and of itself, no one gave a shit about, but with the craziness that it turned into, I think that's gonna become real public, and it's gonna do real damage to Tommy's brand. And you know what? Deservedly so.
That says it all to me.
yeah, I mean, there's a lot, that they're asking for, but I mean, at the base of it, it can't just keep expecting it to go away.
You can't hand wave.
How about sending some motorboats all around? I wish.
That you can't brush it under the rug.
It needs to be addressed.
There has to be transparency of what the hell happened. Why were at least one mods be able to do things with impunity? Why was
Yes,
Tommy
Keffals
Tallarico allowed
now.
to personally attack people constantly and just be given like a slap on the wrist?
Yeah.
Why? I want answers. Ian and I were personally affected by this. Others were too. That's all I got for this. So, like you said, this is going to be a lot more. Is
Get a normal haircut, Pat, and maybe there'll be more mysteries will be found
going to
out.
come out.
Yeah.
A lot more.
Yeah, this isn't the end of the line.
This is the end of
No, it's going to get worse. It's going to get much worse.
the line.
This isn't the finish line.
No, absolutely not. It's going to become a complete fucking disaster. All right, we'll go to Keffals first. Because,
On August 5th, I was woken up by London Police Services pointing an assault rifle in my face at my home. I was told later that at 6 a.m. that morning, an email impersonating me was sent to every city councillor in the City of London, Ontario, stating that I have an illegal firearm, that I killed my mother, and that I plan to go to City Hall and shoot every cisgender person I see. I was shown the email while I was being interrogated in police custody. While the emails were riddled with grammatical errors and read more like something a troll would say than something I would sincerely say, the police took it seriously. Not only that, the email said my name was Clara Sorrenti, but also stated what my dead name was. It was an obvious attempt to make the police humiliate me. During
all this shit should have been, like, obviously... law enforcement is so fucking behind this shit. I don't know what it's going to take for them to catch up.
During the arrest, the police officer referred to me by my dead name. I was booked in the station under my dead name. The police, when talking to my mother, referred to me as her son. This is despite the fact that I have run as both a member of parliament and a member of provincial parliament under my name, Clara Sorrenti. The fact that a fake email led to London Police Services booking me under my dead name reveals the prejudice that many police have towards transgender people. This is despite the fact that the email contained my real name before ever even mentioning my dead name. This is one of the property bags returned to me after I was released from custody. All of the property bags returned to me have Roberts written on them. Roberts was my last name until I legally changed my name first to Kaylee.
But... man, like, it's actually like the states are more caught up with Canada with this shit. That's kind of surprising. Because she let all of her local law enforcement know that this shit could go down with her. It's just weird.
Sorrenti on January 25th, 2012, and then later to Clara Sorrenti on March 7th, 2018. When I changed my name, I took my mother's maiden name. My last name has not been Roberts in over 10 years. The only reason that Roberts is on the property bags is because I was booked under my dead name. A search warrant was issued, which I have a copy of here. They were looking for a handgun, ammunition, cartridges, cleaning tools, a gun case, cell phones, and computers. They seized both my personal and work phone, as well as the work computer that I broadcast on Twitch from. Not only that, but the police seized my fiance's cell phones and laptop, as well as their external drive, which contained the only copy of...
Is he celebrating it? I haven't checked. I haven't checked this. I don't check his Twitter. I'm following him, but I don't check.
...their PhD thesis and other important university documents. Because of the negligence of the police, we were both left functionally unemployed, and I have spent thousands of dollars replacing our computers and cell phones so our lives aren't completely destroyed by what happened.
Why is Jeremy on the news? What happened? We're going to have to watch that, like, right after this.
Happened to us. After the police interrogated me and realized this is a situation that has...
Yeah, I can't picture Jeremy celebrating a SWAT. He may be saying other shit, but I can't picture him celebrating a SWAT.
...happened to me before. I was released with no charges. Without my devices, I could not let people close to me know what had happened.
He's always had that
and they were in the
stance.
dark for hours. Even after acquiring a new phone, I still cannot log into some of my accounts because the London Police Service holds the phone that my two-factor authentication goes to. This same situation happened just over a week ago, on Sunday, July 31st, in a city I don't live in, Toronto. On that day, I talked to Sergeant Nathan Gibson after someone impersonating me made similar threats to Toronto politicians. Sergeant Gibson chalked it up to a swatting attempt. I was not charged with a crime, nor was I named as a suspect in an investigation by the Toronto Police. London Police Services should have been aware that this could happen. In fact, my brother called London Police Services on March 27th in a conversation lasting 9 minutes and 16 seconds to see if my family could be put on a no swatting list, only to be treated like we were wearing tinfoil hats and completely dismissed.
Which is strange, because in the States, like, I've called my local law enforcement multiple times and they take it seriously. You would think Canada would be a little more forward with this, but I guess not.
They told my brother things would be fine. They were wrong. Despite getting a search warrant to search my home and finding no guns, as well as my mother alive and well, I am still a suspect in the investigation by London Police Services. My devices, including my fiance's hard drive that contains all of their important PhD-related documents, will not be returned to us before digital forensics analyzes them. This is a process my lawyer advised me could take months. Swatting is a crime. Identity theft is a crime. And because it was a crime that was motivated by hatred against transgender people, it was a hate crime perpetrated against me. Instead of the police helping me, they terrorized me and my loved ones, traumatizing me and leaving my fiance and I on the verge of losing everything. They victimized me for being the victim of a hate crime. I need your help because I can't do this alone. I started a GoFundMe to move immediately, recoup my losses, and build a legal fund to protect my rights. I have been subject to emotional damages, financial damages, blatant violations of the Human Rights Act, and discrimination on the basis of gender identity and expression. I was also subject to unjust seizures, which not only affected my livelihood.
Whatever fake shit they were accusing her of with the people impersonating or sending out emails.
But it severely disrupted the work that my fiance is doing in their doctorate program, and has the potential to impact whether or not my fiance finishes their doctorate. Because there is no policy in my city against swatting, there is no guarantee this will not happen again, and my home is not safe. If you are a journalist or someone who works in media and you want to reach out to me for comment, you can reach me at inquiries@keffals.info. I'll leave all additional information and links in the description. I do not yet know when I'm going to be returning to broadcasting on Twitch. When I was woken up by police officers and saw the assault rifle pointed at me,
oh wow,
I thought I was going to die.
Jeremy deleted this but had this up from a trusted source, which is Google Fish. I have always wanted to ratio someone who lied about being swatted and perhaps had child porn on their hard drives. Oh, Jeremy. Of course he said something like that. Look, I'm done talking about him in terms, well, no, because he always gets brought up somehow by something that happens, but it is what it is. No more debates unless he comes on here, like I said, and I'll give the super chats to charity, but whatever. Hey, people want to keep supporting some guy like that. He's a great human being. He's fantastic. 10 out of 10. However your stance is on trans, like, yeah. This should not happen. I'm actually shocked how behind Canada is with this shit. The States actually seem more caught up, at least my local law enforcement.
I feel traumatized. I just want everyone to know what happened and to ask for help so I can seek justice for what happened to me.
Nah, he doesn't need to get his teeth kicked in. Who wrote that? Don't say violence against people. Doesn't matter if it's Jeremy. Terrence. No violence against anybody. Alright, so now we're going to watch. Alright, I'm going to go take a leak first. I want to get some more coffee too. Let me get coffee as well. I need it. Don't say violence, folks. Just say breasts.
Breasts.
Oh, Spinoza, I like you. Kind of surprised. I would have thought more progressive Canada, you know, would be a little more vigilant with this stuff. I guess not. Oh yeah, you need music.
Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Your shoulders. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your shoulders. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus, your shoulders. Try to relax your anus. Your anus, your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your shoulders, your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Your anus. Your anus, your shoulders, your anus, your shoulders, your anus, your shoulders, your anus, your shoulders. Try to your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus, your shoulders. Try to relax your anus. Your anus, your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your shoulders, your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Your shoulders. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your shoulders. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Your anus. Your anus, your shoulders, your anus, your shoulders, your anus, your shoulders, your anus, your shoulders. Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus, your shoulders. Try to relax your anus. Your anus, your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your shoulders, your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Your shoulders. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your shoulders. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Your anus. Your anus, your shoulders, your anus, your shoulders, your anus, your shoulders, your anus, your shoulders. Try to relax your anus. Your shoulders. Try to relax your anus. Your anus, your shoulders. Try to relax your anus. Your anus, your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your shoulders, your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Your shoulders. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your shoulders. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Your anus. Your anus. Your shoulders. Your anus. Your shoulders. Your anus. Your shoulders. Your anus. Your shoulders. Try to your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Your shoulders. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your shoulders. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your anus. Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus. your anus. We're trying to relax your anus. Your anus, your shoulders. We're trying to relax your anus. Your anus, your anus. We're trying to relax your anus. Your shoulders, your anus. We're trying to relax your anus. Your anus.
I hope, however your stance on trans. Oh yeah, I answered that before. I hope Jeremy wakes up one day and finds his YouTube channel. Fuck him. I can't wait till his grift. He'll shoot himself in the foot in a different way. Like, that's the reason why, like, he's too much of a fucking psychopath, and it's just exhausting. And I know eventually one day he's just gonna fuck up. You know what I'm saying? He's eventually just gonna do something astronomically stupid that he's gonna screw himself over. So why am I gonna waste my time on him? I'm mucho flaccid. Let's do this. Okay. Oh, all countries have big issues. I just kind of thought with swatting and shit like that they would be more up to snuff, but I guess not.
I'm not really.
Rise and Fall. I think haven't we watched that already? DM it to me on Twitter, Frank the Fanatic.
Sure how to start this video. Basically, I'm very stressed out. I've been very stressed out all day. I've been having anxiety attacks all day over this. So basically, what happened was this morning my brand manager sent me a WhatsApp message with pictures of this letter he'd received through the post, where it basically had been sent to him, like, but it was meant for us, but it was sent to him, and that was like the only correspondence.
What I found out about this guy, essentially, no matter how you feel about this situation in terms of them using it and like, oh, they should have, like, look, man, I use images all the fucking time. I understand the fair use laws in the States are more lenient, which they still suck compared to the UK from what I've heard. But why did it have to be like you shoot first, ask questions later? Why couldn't it be like this guy like hit them up, emails, wait like 5 to 7 days, all right, then you don't hear anything, then you go nuclear? It's just, we have Barack America in the chat. It's just such bullshit how it's done, man.
In that regard, we didn't get an email or anything or a letter to our house, but yeah, basically this person has sent us a 5 A4 page letter basically saying, oh well, you used my image in your YouTube video from the 4th of April of 2021, so this isn't even like a recent thing. And basically this whole letter is like scary.
That's what I'm gonna do. Plenty of experimentation is gonna happen next week.
Legal sounding letter with all of,
because I have a habit of doing that where I answer someone's super chat but don't say it, so then they're like, they don't realize I was talking to them.
These like points in it, like very legal, formal sounding, terrifying, terrifying, scary letter, and like blinding you with science, and you're reading it like, oh, I don't understand all of this. And basically I was like, what on earth is this referring to? Because we're really careful about what we use on YouTube. Sorry. Very careful with YouTube. We credit everything and we write down where we got everything, like even on images, and even images in thumbnails we literally write it all down. And occasionally we slip up and we might miss something, but then normally if someone says something about it, say, oh, if you've used my image, can you credit me please? Oh yes, oh gosh, I'm so sorry. Yes, of course, certainly. Do you want us to promote yourself, blah blah blah? Well, anyway, so we've got this letter and it states like to send them a response by email, and given us like their address, blah 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 blah, but all very formal, like it's like scary, like it had come from a corporate company, except it's not on headed paper. And they've demanded money. They've demanded that we pay them just shy of, sorry, they've demanded that we pay them just shy of £500, which,
imagine $500 or whatever it is in American money for a few seconds of an image that was in a transformative work. Again, I know the UK is different with this shit, but still. Yeah, and apparently I guess they're more broken in the UK from what I'm hearing.
Oh no, probably doesn't sound like a lot of money to... Sorry. I don't have that money. Well, anyway, sorry. I don't have that money, but they've demanded this. And then given us some, like, table thing to explain how they got to it, but I don't understand how they've worked out. I don't even think the video, which is on the Top Back Gaming Man channel, which is my channel too, it was the videos about Altered Beast, and basically the picture in question is, so basically at some point this is a flipping 16 and a bit minute long video, and this person has basically demanded like nearly 500 quid for 3.5 seconds worth of footage, and all it is was quick panning.
That's what I heard too. And of course he had to be nice and public about it.
Across of a person called Ray
1,500 in super chats. What planet are you on?
Harryhausen, who is the director of them old like Jason and the Argonaut films, you know, the ones with the claymation, and you've got the guys and they're fighting the clay skeletons, and basically it's just when we got the image, all we did was we googled the name. So I think the line goes something along the lines of, and the artwork of Altered Beast was apparently inspired by the works of Ray Harryhausen, and it literally just showed the picture that fast, and that's it. 16 and a bit minutes of footage, and he's asking us for nearly £500 for finding. And you know what makes it even more frustrating is we got the image off of the New York Times website. We didn't go on this person's personal website. We got it literally, we just...
Yeah, and if you look for where, like, sometimes those fucking images, man, go down a fucking rabbit hole. You can't always find out where they are. That's why fair use exists.
Googled the name and got the first image that come up, because it was like it's a picture that showed the face of the person that we just said. Like, it's totally, if in the grand scheme of the video, it's a really insignificant, inconsequential part. Like, if, for example, if I took that sentence out of this video, if we hadn't have written that into the script, the video wouldn't actually lose anything. It's just meant as an illustrative point. I mean, it's a flipping retro gaming history documentary. That's what we do. Retro gaming history documentaries. It wasn't a video about... Sorry, my child's just coming. I'll just cut here.
That's just usually how she dresses if you watch her other stuff, dude.
Here a sec. Sorry about that. That was one of my children. And basically... I
think it was Getty Images.
Yeah, as I was saying about that video, so they've provided a screenshot, and in this letter they've basically said to us, we've taken your whole video as evidence. Like, so what? Okay, fine, you've downloaded the video, I've got your video, pay me this 470 odd pounds, or I'm going to take you to court and you're going to have to pay all of my legal fees and pay all of this and all of that and all of the other. This whole time I'm reading this letter and I'm like, well, I don't know what to make of it. And it's like not headed, and he's like sent us this letter, but he's not provided us with any...
Who donated 1,500? No one donated 15. Most of us looking like Patrick. Look, first off, I want to make it abundantly clear, I appreciate all super chats equally. You know, I always say that whether it's $1 or $500, the fact that you guys are supporting the show is the reason that I can make... Because the transition had to happen anyway. It was time. Yeah, I don't know where people are getting 1,500, but I appreciate everyone who supports the show. If it wasn't for you guys, outcome would be different, you know?
Kind of like, payment details or anything like that, and I'm a bit like, I don't understand this. Just like,
But it happens, dude. I had to deal with shit too. I had to pay someone once. It's fucking bullshit, but it is how it is.
Seems off somehow. That something doesn't seem right, and I go, Richard, can you?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah. And the guy's known for doing this. Like, he took down one of his images from Instagram. Yeah, he's a real dick.
You just take a look on the phone quickly and just go find that video and just see what this is actually about. But then we go on there, and it won't let us get into YouTube Studio on the Top Hat Gaming Man channel. It won't let us get in there unless we immediately answer the DM.
Yeah, that's the fucking thing, okay? They have... Yeah, I see these assholes saying that because, oh my god, a woman's in distress, so they, you know, all the incels have to come out and be like, oh, well, they could sell... Like, yeah, shut the fuck up, dude. First off, like, it's not like, okay, I'm going to sell this game. Oh, wow, look, magically money's in my hand, so my channel's now reinstated. Like, shut the... You fucking simpleton Neanderthals.
The MCA strike these.
Like, it's not that simple. Like, you have to sell the stuff, ship it. What happens if there's a problem with shipping? And then PayPal holds on to your stuff. Guarantee you some of these fucking assholes, if it was a dude who was talking about this, if it was like, they would have a totally different, because it's a woman, they gotta go like, oh, look at her crying about it. I can't stand that shit. People like that are fucking cancer.
So it's two-pronged. I mean, talk about two.
Google has a filter to only find photos authorized for free commercially and other copyright types. No dig it her at all. Yeah, but here's the thing: you still should be able to use some of those images. You still be able, not some, if it's transformative. If I'm just re-uploading that image that has that you have to pay a fee for, and not including it in another body of work, then fine, come after me. But if it's something that's in a what's the difference between a transformative work for an image and if you're using a clip from something? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just bullshit, man.
Pronged attack. Two-pronged attack. Oh, like, oh, just send us a letter, demand money from us, but also lock our channel. So we've got
I mean, I could see if they've done this before. Like, you know what I mean? You gotta, like, stop with this, oh, they're just looking for money. Okay. Like, they would go through all this for yeah, she's saying she doesn't have the money, but they would go through all this for £500. And I could see, it's not like she's Phil and she has a habit of doing this.
DMCA strike, and we can't access the channel unless we go through the motions and either accept or counter the DMCA. So basically we don't know what to do. So for further notice, we can't upload anything on the Top Hat Gaming Man channel, and obviously I'm putting this video onto my channel because we can't upload it onto the Top Hat Gaming Man channel. Because I don't know what to do. This is basically... It's like, why send it on a Saturday morning? How am I meant to defend myself? Like, solicitors aren't. Sorry. Solicitors aren't open on Saturdays. So how am I supposed...
No, he wouldn't have any base to do that for her. No, I don't think so.
To deal with this, and
yeah, I could see, like, everyone's saying, oh, it's cringe, it's this, they haven't done this before. There's no, it's not like Phil where it's like, oh god, he's asking for money again, or oh god, it's like, they've never done this, so everyone needs to, like, think. It's like, stop just looking for...
I'm scared because, like, basically he's demanding this money off me, but... Like, number one, I can't afford it. Number two, I'm not entirely sure that we've actually done something wrong. Number 3.
I meant that this is to avoid possibility of a situation. This is not how you do it, or coulda, shoulda, woulda. No, I understand what you're saying. But it's still, like, it depends, even with the licensed images, how they're being used. Out of loop on this one. They basically use some photographer's image. They got it from, like, the New York Times, they said. Apparently, it's like a license image that you're supposed to pay to use it. But if fair, you should cover that still. Unless you're just re-uploading the image to, like, your website. You know, without any, and you're not doing anything. It's not transformative. You're just re-uploading the image. So instead of, like, maybe, I don't know. That's the other thing that bothers me too, is the shoot first, ask question. Like, send an email first. Wait a few days. They probably would have gotten back to you and maybe even found a way to pay you. Dude, you don't understand that a grown adult doesn't have 5. Have you not? Life can be tough, man. I've been there for a long time. You know, I remember I had a flat tire on my car. I didn't have the money to get it. I had to get money from my parents. Had to get a tire replacement. There's a lot of people who don't have, in the States, who don't have, what is it, $800? In the bank in case there's some kind of emergency. Very out of touch thing to say.
If I pay, say I give in and I pay this money, which I don't
400, even worse.
have that money. It's the beginning of the month. All of our bills have just come out. I don't have the money. Say I pay it. How do I know he's not just going to take us to court anyway? How do I know that? I could pay him the money and then he could just send a court summons anyway. This is basically terrifying. Like, how I feel right now is I feel utterly...
I just explained it, dude. I explained that, like, they used an image and the guy who's going after them for it, he really shouldn't.
Terrified. I feel confused.
There you go, Jeremy.
I feel like I need to cut for a moment. I need to get my thoughts straight. So basically, so my brain's running at 1,000,000 miles an hour and I'm not explaining myself properly. So you have to forgive me for this being incoherent. But basically, I saw all this and then I typed in the website that he'd cited on the letter and I found the website, and then I actually, like, found that this person is actually on Twitter. So I've got...
Yeah, I heard this part before. This is crazy.
Onto their Twitter page and I saw that their DMs were open and I thought, like, this was my initial thought at the time. Oh, well, whenever we've had stuff like this before and someone said, oh, you've used my picture, can I have credit please? You normally just go, oh yeah, alright, that's fine.
Yeah, this happened to me. I actually got a copyright strike on this channel. It ended up being a very nice dude. Wish he would have emailed me first, but still was a very pleasant conversation. I DM'd him, or actually no, I sent him an email back and forth. Made sure to give him the credit, and the strike was removed. So usually it's how it's done. Apparently this guy wants nothing to do with it.
So I thought, oh, well, I'll reach out. And this person's first reaction was, you are not Top Hat Gaming Man's real name. I am not talking to you. And I was a bit like...
Crypto sucks. When do they ever talk about their financial situations minus for something like this? Again, your Phil every day is like, I can't pay my bills. If I don't get that, I don't know what I'm going to do if I don't get tips instead of super chats. Do they do that? What if she used her exotic cooking machine? What the hell are you talking about?
Well, obviously I couldn't get Richard to send the messages because he was in absolute bits and we had our kids and we're in absolute bits, and in these sort of situations I can be quite cool and calm and collected and fine. So I sent him a message basically saying, we've received a letter from you via our brand manager, but we've noticed that it's not actually arrived at our home address, so I'm guessing you need our proper address. Would you be up for having a chat over the phone? Because I'd like to get this sorted out ASAP. And basically I was just trying to be polite and come across as helpful. So yeah, that was when he was like, I'm not talking to you, you're not my husband's real name, you're not. So I was like, well, but you can talk to me because...
What a way to start out. Like, I understand being inquisitive, but why don't you fucking... Allegedly by her, I'm still going to say allegedly, I didn't see the conversation, you know. Don't start out combative.
I own the channel too. And he was essentially like, prove it. Sorry. He's like, prove it. And I was like, well, how can I prove it? I jointly own the Top Pack Gaming Man channel. And he's like, are you on company's house? And I'm like, no, we're just a partnership. We're just people. We just do the channels. Like, we're not like a formal company. It's like, and there's like, he just basically, he just wasn't open to a dialogue. And then I start getting scared and I'm like, please can we just talk this out? And I put my telephone number into the message. I'm like, please can we just talk about this? Because basically I was terrified, because basically if the Top Hat Gaming Man channel goes under, my channel goes with it. So our main income as a household comes from Top Hat Gaming Man channel, and then mine supplements what we need over the top, and then we just about bring in...
That's wonderful, man.
Enough money to live all right. We're not like bougie rich people. We just have our bit of income that, like, our tax man basically, our accountants basically said we managed to earn 20.5 grand each in the last tax year. So we're all right. We're okay. So yeah. So by this point, I'm fully panicking, and so I'm honest with him. I'm like, please talk to me. You've put the DMCA on our channel. You've got us over a barrel. I'm very scared. I've got 2 small children, and I was trying to appeal to his humanity. But he's like, no, I am not talking over Twitter DMs, and I'm not talking over the phone. I want it all to be done formally over email. So I'm in any kind of mental capacity to be able to sit there and construct some...
God, this guy sounds like a real fucking gem, doesn't he?
Posh sounding email. And I was sitting there like, okay, but I can't afford to give you what you're asking. I don't have the money to do that. And then I'm like typing this, starting to go into a panic attack. His heart's building up, and then I can't breathe. And sorry everyone, he wasn't reasonable. He wouldn't reason with me. How am I supposed to fix this? So yeah, basically this is why I'm doing this video. Apart from the fact that I look like an absolute joke at the moment, it's that I don't know what to do. And the reason that I don't know what to do is because this guy seems a bit scary.
What the hell are you talking about, man?
Scary. So I asked some of my YouTube friends for some advice, and then one of them manages to find this online article where this particular person is on a flipping copyright website with this whole ass interview where he's basically explaining how he manages to basically protect his assets.
Yeah, isn't it like, how much is it? Like $20,000 or some shit for an ambulance ride if you're uninsured?
And it's really quite aggressive and really quite scary. I mean, like, I don't be like, for goodness sake, this person is so zoned into this that a flipping copyright website was so flipping impressed. Oh, let's make it the star of this massive interview. And then one of my other friends manages to find not just a flipping twit longer, it's like a flipping twit book where there's like 150 tweets. 150 tweets where he's basically gone into a massive tirade, and it's all down to do with this one picture. So basically this Ray Harryhausen person had passed away in like 2013, and this person's been on a crusade ever since. Like, apparently he was on a Instagram about people taking his picture off of the New York Times website and putting it up and putting rest in peace, Ray Harryhausen.
Yeah, he thinks it dilutes the image. I was reading into this. This guy is incredible.
And he's DMCA'd people all over Instagram, and then
yeah, there's a lot of people who are also under this impression that if you're making a living off of YouTube, that you're like, you're driving, you know, a Lamborghini and you have like 7 figures in the bank. It's not how it works.
he's ranting on Twitter about it. I'm like, bloody hell, this guy's actually like in the zone on this. Sorry, I had to take a second there. Basically, in this rant on Twitter, he's on about how if people keep sharing his picture, it waters down the value of the picture. So then I'm sitting there thinking, well, how on earth then does a video about flipping Altered Beast talking about this game that really needs to die and it keeps not dying, like it's a critique on flipping, essentially a documentary talking about this game that's not very good, but basically it's an Altered Beast video. It's not, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. All of it, it doesn't make sense. So like, yeah, now like, but what about all of our other videos and other pictures off the internet? And does like fair use mean nothing? Basically, what's really stressing me out with this is sometimes you hear of YouTubers getting DMCAs.
Not sure tonight, but yes.
And you hear about like DMCA abuse, like copyright abuse, and then other times
Altered Beast is okay.
You get comments or DMs or emails where someone's like, hey, you've used my thing, you haven't credited me, please correct that, and then it can be quite amicable, or it's the fact that there was no initial contact to say, you've used my picture, can you please take it out of your video? And then we could have gone, oh, well, yeah, all right then. But no.
Or even if you wanted money, talk first. Why should, again?
It's terrifying letter saying, pay me this now, or I'm going to do this to you, or I'm going to ruin your life. Yeah, that's basically what it was. It was like this morning, like, oh, surprise, bitch, pay me this money or I'm going to ruin your life. And, okay, fine. Like,
maybe we'll do Karens and Road Rage.
Go on. Do this to the Top Hat Gaming Man channel, which will then take down the Lady of Decades channel with it. But it's not just me and Top Hat you're hurting, it's my 2 little sons. Now I have never put pictures of my children for public viewing on social media, but today I'm going to show you a picture of the 2 little boys that this person is potentially going to ruin the lives of, because if he takes away our income or puts us in a situation where he's took us to court and got us a CCJ and then we can't get credit anymore or can't get a mortgage anymore or can't get loans or anything, like that's basically what it is. Like, he's basically said, pay me this amount now or I'm gonna hit you with a really big bill that you're not gonna be able to cope with. And it's kind of like, bloody hell, I didn't even think we'd done something wrong. So basically I'm very scared because I'm scared. I'm very scared. And basically, I need help. So if there's anyone watching this video who knows of like a copyright solicitor, then that's great. I can't actually afford a copyright solicitor. I can't afford to pay that amount of money. I can't afford it. Sorry. So if anyone knows someone that I could go to get advice, then that would be very good. If there's any YouTubers watching this who have been through this and know what to do, then please can you tell me what to do? So basically, as far as I'm concerned at the moment,
you're a huge nerd from my...
because I'm too scared to...
Exactly. I could see if there was like a habit of this, like other men who fapped on May 1st, 2016. They don't do this ever. I've never once, at least as far as I know, seen either Type Hat or her do this.
Do anything about the DMCA strike until I've had proper advice. There's not...
Someone struck down one of her videos and wants money that she doesn't have to get to they won't be able to get the channel back until...
There won't be any content being uploaded onto the Top Hat Gaming Man channel until I've had someone who knows what they're talking about say to me, do this or do that, because I'm too scared to counter it in case that all goes wrong and I don't really know what happens properly with that side of things, and I don't want to accept the DMCA because that's accepting guilt, and I don't think we've done anything wrong. So basically,
well, no, you could accept it, get to strike it. If it gets he removes it and things get worked out.
It hates me to ask this, but everything's so shaky, and the only platform that I've got where I've got an extra bit of income is Patreon. I'm sorry, I feel stupid asking this, but I don't know what to do. I just don't. I'm so scared. I can't basically. I can't explain it. I'm so anxious and so scared, and I've got my children. Thank you for watching through to this point. I don't really know what else to say, but thank you.
You know, it's unfortunately part of what this shit is, man, because copyright laws are so sketch. You know? Shout out to all the incels who lack basic empathy, and yeah, I'm noticing that. Interesting how then if you tell them that they react like that, they get all defensive, but it is what it is. All right, guys, I'll be back. I'm actually going to be on David Joffe's show tomorrow. I think he's coming. Like, we're doing like a cross stream thing, so that should be fun. I will be also streaming tomorrow. I'll be mostly streaming. Monday next week, you'll see me do some more interesting stuff like the PS5s. I'm going to be talking about the Ioneo Air, actually. So more creative stuff is coming. You know, news may be on the wayside, but Morel, how does this sound fishy, though? How? If they had a habit of doing this, that would be different, but they've never done this before. I don't, like, look, man, and I'm skeptical of everything. I think people just overthink stuff. You know? I mean, we'll see how it pans out, but if it was anyone else, like, who had a habit of doing this, I would raise an eyebrow, but they haven't done this before. Anyway, guys, have a good night, and I'll be back tomorrow. Have a good one.